Oh, that's that. All right. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. What do we have here? I started early. I don't know what microphone works here, obviously. I got like three microphones. Always seems to be a batch here. Anyway, I don't know if you guys are here yet. I will find out which microphone works. For that, I will need some help from you. The chat is on. All right, it is one. I don't know which one works. Probably this should work. And see if that works. Is this working? I don't know. Mute. I don't want to mute. Let's have it this way. All right. Yes, man. Everything all right. Loud and clear. Working fine. Finally. I apologize for the other thing, but it's because I don't do it often enough. I'm going to sneeze. Sorry. Because I don't do it often enough. I end up with, oh, how do I do it? Webcam? Do I do it through software? Do I do it through what? And whenever I do it through software, I encounter all kind of copy the software, put it over there. Doesn't really matter. Let's see, what do we have here? All right, good so far. Let me drink some little dirty coffee here, I guess. Since it's 2:19, I'm going to wait. I should destroy the other one, but I'm not going to get in it because I'm going to get in it and I can come back. So we'll see how this one works. In the meantime, let's see. I have here 17, 19 for OKs. As chat, I have D, and then someone fishing, Nick Decker, from Netherlands, I guess that is. Orange. All right, working fine. Hello from Norway. TT. Okay. 4257. Hello, my friends. Thank you for being with us today. And I'm going to wait until 2:30, as I said, for everybody else, because, you know, just because I screwed up, it's not fair for others to miss something. Sera Buna Sera. Montenegro, but living in London. Okay. You who, my love, is from a broken Britain. All right. Well, I do not like the fact that I make this video going live regarding this. I don't like that I make this kind of videos regarding this issue whatsoever. But I'm going to talk about it more at 2:30. Everything is good here. What's happening, Chief Baboon? Well, Chief Baboon worked on the, how do you call that? As I stated, the software. I picked the software, and then they wanted me to use the software, copy the link, paste it into software. And since I needed some time, I don't want to work through a software, I had to cancel the other one. Not even cancel it. I just wrote a text over there saying that, guys, go to this one because I have to change it and make it on the iPhone and straight without being through the software. So yeah, this is the Chief Baboon doing BS from time to time. All right. Greeting from Robmania. Robmania. Hello from Denmark. Denmark and Romania. Well, Romania, you might get in a war with with the friends from Ukraine. It seems I made a video, I uploaded it maybe an hour ago. And I made it earlier, but I was waiting. Where the Ukrainians tell us that the Romanians did not, the Romanian air defenses did not shoot down a Russian drone allegedly, likely entering the Romanian airspace. Therefore, the Ukrainians are kind of upset with the Romanians at this point because they hope the Romanians will hit it, and then a war will start between NATO and Russia. Salut din Brașov, salutare. When you use baboon word, is it perfect and exact ones? Well, I'll be right back. Nick Decker, I'm waiting for you. Please come back. I don't know what that was. Someone told me what that was, but that was Nick. Anyway, so this is what it was. Baboon, man, baboon. Baboons, people without expertise, people with, I don't even know how this, I mean, I didn't even know. When you are a child and you go and become a teenager and then a young adult, you're still infused with the meritocracy BS. And you have to study and you have to be a good student and then do this voluntary work, put it on your resume, and people will pick you. It's not like that. Look at Kaya Kallas. Look at Annalena Baerbock. Do you remember Annalena Baerbock? Look at what was Liz Truss of Great Britain. She was a foreign minister and then she was the prime minister. These are, you want Blinken? Even this guy, what's his name now? Marco Rubio. These guys are not good, And how can you figure it out? If you know something, about the subject and situation, you know when they are playing, but they are baboons. What are they good at? They are good at selling everything that's not theirs. Remember the word not theirs. When you use baboon, yes, I'll be right back. I don't know what is, my friends. Lisa Kisa. I don't know. I can't read it, but hello from the Caribbean island of Santa Lucia. 6 hours by boat. Woo, woo. That kind of boat. And for the past weeks, a lot of jamming taking place down here. All the best, Emil. All the best, my friend. Yep, all the best. I have someone from the Grenadines that I know over there. And St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Okay. And yeah, these guys are up to no good over there. If Venezuela had no oil, wouldn't be any Navy over there, American Navy, doing anything over there. A big hello from Switzerland, Emil. Hello back. Hello from Dublin, Ireland. How is Mr. McGregor doing? I hope he's doing fine, especially when he talks politics. I never liked him very much. I mean, I liked him. He was very, very good with the hands. I liked him. I liked his distance, his tempo. Then I liked how funny he is, how fast he is, the watches that he's got, the clothes that he wears. And I like now his politics, but these guys are going to take care of him. Why? Because he's on the wrong side, if you know what I mean, Dublin. Emil, îți poți imagina cum arată situația rum la noi la MAPN? Oh, no, nici nu vreau. Nici nu pot să-mi imaginez la cât de proaste sunt filmele românești după 2000, nu vreau să-mi zice, no. Where is the cat? The cat, okay. The cat ate, so says, you. I ate, I got everything I need. I don't need you, baboon human. No, the cat is a very smart animal. I always looked down on cats. I thought the dogs were smart and loyal and so on. But this cat changed my assessment as my children changed my assessment of children. I thought the children are just semi-human beings, they're just unfinished, as I call them, unfinished humans. Until, you have something here, you're unfinished. And then, no, I realized, and again, I was skewed towards boys than girls. But when I had, certain kind of people, I was like, no, I don't care what child I have. The boys need more time. Obviously, their brain develops until 30. Women's matures until 18. So yeah, the cat brought me, I take the cat outside, meow, meow. I take him with a leash, and he has the leash. And the leash, I have a long leash. I put a rope, and the rope, he can go far away, 100 meters, so 300 yards and so on. So I let him roam around. So I usually put the leash up but this time I left it on the floor. He tried to bring it up up here, because I'm in the tower of love. All right, let's see what's going on here. So it must be coming around. Greeting for Prague, Czech Republic. I've been to Prague so many times, especially in the center of Prague. They had that was in 84 and 86, I think it was, or 82 and 84. I was and I've been after that. They had a singing fountain over there, playing classical music. Yes, Dana. All right, greeting from the hills of Tennessee. Ooh, roam the hills of Georgia, across the Tennessee. Yeah, yeah, Tennessee, been there. Salvatore in Manchester, UK, Manchester United or Manchester City? Which one is it? Greeting from Parksville, British Columbia. Is that BC? I don't know. I don't want to say. All right. Have you seen the Romanian Canadian Nicole? Something, she's very funny and factually correct with it. No, I didn't. I can't comment from my phone, so I joined from my computer to say hi, everybody. Everybody, you are a good inspiration. Keep it up. Thank you very much for being with me here. That's the way we are. You are the flies and I'm the shit. I'm sorry. You are the flies and I'm the sugar. Which one works better, man? Thank you for being here with me and with all of us. From Mauritius. Oh my God, Mauritius. All right, you have been one of my channels, the Geopolitical, for past 6 months. Thank you very much. Emil, we love your show and your meow meow. Yes, meow meow is fantastic. Hello, Emil. Hello, Timpu 1056. Greeting from Africa. Africa where? Give me more. Salutare, Emil. Poți face o estimare a situației Giuliei până în terminarea mandatului lui Trump? Okay, someone asked if I can make a estimate of or an analysis of Trump's mandate until the end of Trump's mandate. I will try to do that. Când mai intrăm prin Sibiu, dăm de știre, poate o punem de un Riesling. Salutări din Târgu Mureș. Hello, Riesling. Okay. Do you think the usual suspects infiltrated the organization? 100%. 100%. And not only those guys, not only ADL. What's the cat's name? The cat's name is Meow Meow. The cat is not my cat. I didn't buy the cat. The cat was dropped on my lap. So I said, cat. I want a dog maybe, but cat. No, I don't want to give the cat back to anybody. All right. Folks, click on the thumbs up. Thank you. What's the cat's name? All right, British Columbia. Thank you. Africa, downtown. Oh my God, where could that be? Downtown. Center? Let's put it this way. Meow Meow is the cat. Yes, it's funny. All right, my friends. It is 2:30. Hello, my friends. Hello, Emil. All right, Nick Decker, you're back. Whew, we couldn't get going without you. Thank you very much. I'm just joking, my friends. All right. Greetings from Nigeria. Hi, Emil. Hello, my friends. All right. So I'm going to make a little short talk about this live show, and that is, this is going to be the last one regarding the American Renaissance Conference. Now, the American Renaissance. I've been listening to, and I was aware of Gerald Taylor for a long time. More than maybe in 2023, 4, 5, 6. I don't know. It was later than that. I think 20 years would be safe to say. I knew. I saw him and so on, and I liked him very much. But I didn't like the ballsiness, not really. But hey, he exposed himself to these guys and so on. Then American Renaissance, started watching that from time to time, and I liked it. But that was a mild, how should I put it? Mild. I don't know, man. Mild compared with Dr. William Pierce, the bad guy. I'm very aware with Dr. William Pierce, by the way. I'm very aware with Lincoln Rockwell as well. But Dr. William Pierce is the I don't know, the gold standard for bad people. Yeah, I have to speak like that, okay? You have to hate him. All right, you can't like the guy. He's a bad dude. All right. By the way, I'm planning on going and visiting the compound in West Virginia, I think, in Greensboro. I think I want to go over there. I already spoke with people to see what's going on over there. I was okay. I can also buy it. It's for sale, they said, and it's his compound is for sale. $400,000 are being told. What's that? Change? No. So I said, okay, Jared Taylor, I like you because I don't have others or other. So I went to this Renaissance thing, the conference, and hello, greetings from England, Kalmaksa, Hungary, Kalamancha. I've been to Kalamancha. It's called differently, like Kalamancha. I've been over there with my parents. Anyway, so that's with the American Renaissance. I've been over there and I've been ecstatic to go over there. My first interaction with Jared Taylor was in Michigan when he delivered a speech here. And I bought a book from him, and he signed that book that I showed you already. So I went and saw him again, and I already saw what's going on over there. Let's turn into it. Do you have any questions? Whatever questions you have, even on this subject or on others. Let's see. All right. We're live. I always laugh when criticize Romania and calling weasel. Well, hey from Uranus. Guten Tag from Deutschland. Still staying strong. We are trying. Approximately how many people attended the conference? No more than 180. And I calculated them with my eyes like that. No, but it was a big, let's say the hall, the venue was about 75% full, and it was big for that room. There were a lot of people. All right. AmRen was a flop. Was it flop? These are the champions that these guys invited. The champion. I didn't show the list, but I don't want to show the list. But these are the champions from the AmRen that these guys showed. And let me see if I'm going to be like a weasel. There you go. All right. So, and then that. So these guys were the champions. And I was very disappointed with the champions, with the world tournament. It was not a flop. It was, people attended. It was good. It was nice. But it was not fulfilling for me. All right. You can say your expectations. Yeah, maybe my expectations, but my expectations are not half measures and not banning books or not avoiding speaking about certain subjects. That's not. And they're all organization. They can over there speak loudly, clear, use what kind of languages they wanted. And they didn't. Hello, Emil Kosman. Hello. All right. So that was bad. Why did Mr. Kosman reveal that he was in the illusion of that his parents were not the ones that they were? Because that's how I felt about AmRen. I thought they were the real deal. And when I was over there, I couldn't believe my brain, my heart, and my balls, what I saw. So I said, I have to make a decision. A decision like, what am I going to do? Should I live in denial? This is the evidence I could see. So it's hard. That's how hard it was for me to say, no, this is not right. This is not good. And that's why I'm making this. And I'm done with the conference after this live. Another tiny hat convention. No, it's hijacked. I will say it. I think it's hijacked to a certain extent. No, they speak about the little hats and the bazaar and all that. They speak, the speakers, but it's like channeled. It's channeled. Remember, Dr. William Pierce's 2 books, were not allowed to be on the desk, to be sold, to be seen, not to be sold, to be seen. But Henry Ford, the first, the fantastic, great guy, the International Jew, little book from his Dearborn International, whatever it was for sale. There were many books over there. Clearly, I had this right here. You Gentiles, I showed you. This was right there for sale. Right there. It was for sale. But those books were not even available. This is what bothered me. That means it's hijacked. Why don't you hijack? It's an exaggeration. I don't think so. You don't let those books over there? Well, because they promote terrorism and the Bible doesn't. Really? Anyway, and the International Jew of Henry Ford. What makes you love them or something? I mean, it was like the justification and the fact. Oh, right here, I like this. The Iron Cross. They were afraid of low fare, and maybe some of them are baboons. No, there's some smart people over there too. But being smart doesn't make you honorable or with pure heart. And I'm talking, idealistic. You can be very smart. Many people were smart. Dr. Goebbels was very smart. He was doctor, all right? But he was evil, right? And many others in America as well. They are smart. What is the conclusion you got out of the conference? How satisfied you were, and what about future framework? The conclusion was that it was an organization in itself to protect itself. It seems to me that at one point could go, we are here, we make it, we're important, we make some money, and maybe we cooperate with some government institutions. Maybe, I don't know. We don't touch certain subjects, and we feel good about it. That's what I think about that so far. And how satisfied you are? Not satisfied at all. I feel I was lied. I feel like it's you go to buy a Mercedes and they give you a freaking, I don't know, Toyota Corolla. No, no offense here. Really, not even Toyota Corolla. I don't even know what kind of car to get. Yugo, Americans know about Yugo and so on. Or Alfa Romeo. Or Fiat. Fiat is a good example. That's how I felt. And I said, and they pretend they're all good and they are the promoters of the white identity and the interest. They might be, but it's kind of like limited to me. Or maybe they are in competition with other groups. That's why the National Alliance that were allowed to have a booth over there are not allowed to have that guy over there. Just so you know, Jared Taylor is good. But the other guy, I mean, good in a way of, the way, but he's too mild directly. You have sometimes to say, what the fuck we want, man? Oh my God, no, I'm going to be intellectual. You die as an intellectual. And I told him, this organization will be dead after you die. You think so? Yeah, I think so. I predict it. I see the people around you. I talked to him like this and with Mr. K, the second in command. Who was demonstrating? Some people, young people with masks and all there. Meow Meow is somewhere. I don't know where he's at. So there's some people with masks, with big, zooms, with cameras, with a swastika. People over there. All right. Well, that's your the right to protest. I'm okay with that. Don't touch me. Bună seara din Zurich, Helvetia. Hello. So yes. Who the hell is this guy? Is he a lib or right wing or what? That's hey, my friend, what's your name? Oh, W something, W Bush. Let me tell you, when I went to Romania, I had a acquaintance, a friend, acquaintance. And we talked about this. And he said, so who are you with? Like you ask, are you with the Democrats or are you with the Republicans? And my answer, listen clearly, I'm with the truth. I don't care if the Republicans or the liberals or the conservatives are fucking up. It's beyond me. I will call you out. So get that in your, okay, please, that I am with the truth as much as I understand it, as much as I can tell you. All right? So I'm not a liberal. I'm whatever works for us. Who's us? You know what that is. No sound, Emil. What do you mean no sound? Sounds like audience had to be wood over their eyes. I don't know, my friends. Interesting to tell. What was the average age of organization? Old man, old man. 60, 60, 58, 60. About there were some young. I think that was the majority. There were some women over there, but mostly older. There were some young, very young individuals who were cheering about the juices. You know what I mean? Great Nadia Comaneci Olympics. Yeah, that was fake. But anyway, I'm just. Can you hint the name of MC, the British guy you said was good, please? Well, his name is what? Mark Collette or something? I'm tell you. You ask me, I tell you. His name was Mark Collette. Fantastic guy. I know he's a Nazi. He's a racist. He's all that. He was the only one who had the balls to speak. But the other one said a little bit. But he also had the understanding. All right. Who is us? Yeah, great job. Who is us? People who love justice, people who like the truth. This is us, my friends. This is us. And if you start from that, then you know who is against us. They tell us to be nice, to be good, to be that, and look who's in charge. Trump, Obama, the other guy, semi-dead guy. Nah, no, that's not the truth. That's not the justice. What's up, Baboon? What's up, man? Audio is very, very good. 6,000 kilometers apart. Kilometers. Europe. All right. Who was demonstrating against the conference? I already tell you that. Mark Collette is the guy. Lily White. Oh, not high for him. If you look up American Conference 25 on Google, you will find the list of speakers and their pictures as well. Go ahead. Thank you very much, Nick Decker. Nick Decker or Dick Decker? All right. Hello from Germany. Thank you very much. Mark Collette is straight to the point. He is. And you know what? He was asked questions. And that's when someone asks you questions, you see how much the person understands and how he processes the information he's got in his attic. If you ask questions that he answered 1,000 times before, he's gonna just blah 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 blah, and you see through that. If you ask a question, he's gonna be like, I asked a question, a guy here, and he started answering, and after he answered, he said, "Oh, no, what? I should start over." What does that tell you? He was a PhD, by the way. He said to start over. Not hard to find him, Mark Collette. No, he has a Telegram channel. All right. Bravo. Thanks for Mark Collette. All right. Say who HW is. I've been there several times years ago. I have no idea why you won't say. Henry Wolf. You got it? That's the name of the guy on the tag. I don't know why he was hiding. I mean, really? Anyway, they didn't allow pictures or didn't allow us to film over there inside the venue, inside the conference. I don't understand why again, because I guarantee you, though, over there were the feds, there were the Mossads, were the how do you call it, those guys, ADLs, and so they were over there with us. Maybe more of them than us. Right. Damn, I waited on the damage stream. Oh, I'm sorry, man. It was difficult to find the event on Google in Romania. Results with censors heavily. Romania is just these guys. Any discussion on how to break the grip of Uniparty on government, journalism, and judiciary? Break the grip. First, as I said, tell the truth. Have the courage. Organize themselves. But don't forget, don't veer, as I think these guys veered. Don't let yourself be intercepted, racolat by these guys. Don't vote for them. Don't participate. Even if you vote left or right, it's going to be the same thing. I voted, but it was more like a test. And I got the same thing that I thought I will. Hi, Emil. No Mossad, you think? Why not? I don't know him. A kosher? No, he's not a kosher. He didn't look kosher, but nevertheless, they will come for you. How do you know they're not over me already? Things that I don't tell you doesn't mean they're not there. And I'm not going to stay here like a female dog to tell you it's not going to change anything. What are you going to do? What are we going to do? Keep doing what we're doing. You know why? As I told Mr. K, I'm not afraid to die. I told him the difference between me and you is I'm not afraid to die. Oh, yeah, a stupid death I don't like, but hey, it's not up to me. But that's the only one. I have something to lose, my life, something else. I lived my life. I fulfilled so many things. And I think I have much more to fulfill. But if so be it, what am I supposed to do? As I remember, Putin one time was asked, well, aren't you afraid you're going to be assassinated? And he said, so what am I going to do? Act as a weasel, as a coward? Okay, it's a possibility that I have to live with it. And I'm not playing here that's why I don't talk about these kind of things, because I don't want to be like, hey man, I'm so spread your legs now, look how tough I am. No, that's why I don't communicate these kind of things with what these guys are doing with my channel. By the way, I'm at 139,170 subscribers for about a week and a half at the same number. Now you tell me what the fuck that is. I make a video and they put 3,000 views on my video with almost 140,000 subscribers. I know what's going on here, but they will not deter me from making videos at all until they get rid of me somehow. All right. This seems to be a short supply of guests all over. I like to see you get Leonada Johnny on your channel. She's funny and direct the point. Oh, I heard. Yeah. Well, I could. Wasn't she the Albanian one? All right. Was the Albanian one? Yeah, I could. But I heard she charges. I don't charge. Or maybe she's not the one. I don't know. I'm not going to do that. When I practice martial arts, I didn't open a dojo because I didn't want to charge people. I want to have enough money so I can have people come and practice for free. But I've been told if you sell something, if you give something for free, it must not be good. That's how it was. I thought, my God, that in a revolver duel. Yeah. I like a face-to-face, man. I don't like, I like a channel. They will not be bothered with you. Okay. Okay, greetings from Canada. Let me see. Sarachihi, Japanese. Click on some list. Yeah, thank you very much. I think these people, I was involved with them about 7 to 8 years ago. I know these people. Well, you choose revolver duel and not no swords. I am at your boss. I don't know why you are so upset. Because I thought I was lied. That's why. That's why I'm upset. I've been lied to. That's why I think it's a fake. That's why. Not all of it. It's a game. It's something else. You go, as I said, buy a Mercedes, and when you open it, it's a fucking Fiat. That's how I feel. Tell me you're a Fiat, man, and I don't deal with you. I don't even come to see you. Yeah, they're all those guys. Bravo. Thank you very much. Thought the eyes of Anya K. Is that Anya K? Where are you, baby doll? Yeah. Eyes on Anya K. Yes, he was very verbal, but he thought he's gonna just fool me. Like I haven't been through interrogations. I mean, in interviews, and I don't know how to play these kind of things. When a guy shows up and he's so certain he's gonna win because he's gonna baboon you, you're gonna catch him. And I caught him. I said, "What would you do after he dies?" Gerald Taylor, and he started 3 general stuff. And I said, what stopped you to do it until now? And said, the question is not your question. I asked you the question. Answer it. I admire him that he stayed and spoke with me the entire time. Probably he just, I don't know. That's my assessment of that guy. How do you see the world 10 years from now? Well, it depends. There are always scenarios. If Putin doesn't, and the guys after him continue what they do right now, it's very different. And Xi Jinping and they are continuing what they started with BRICS. It could be just 2 blocks on this planet. That's it. Until one of them destroys the other one. Now, that's the only thing. If one of them destroyed the other one, then we have actually 2 scenarios. BRICS wins or these guys with the Al Capone wins. Two scenarios. If Al Capone wins, I know for a fact we are in big trouble. They're going to come for you and I. Now they fight them, and then they're going to come for you and I. Like the guys in Europe. Free speech? No. Now, I'm not saying the Chinese or the Indians or the Russians are exemplary. No, but still they have to win the people's hearts what was lost from these guys. These guys took shit on our head so many times. Now they look at these guys and say, you know what? These guys lied so many times. Look at Putin, look at Lavrov, look at Zakharova, look at Peskov. None of these guys uses profanity, right? None, like Trump and others. None of these guys attack people ad hominem, direct. No, they're so nice and disciplined and diplomatic. You say, these are the adults. And then by that, you contrast with these baboons. Yeah, we're doing, yeah. What the hell is that? That's how they win the hearts. Besides, they try to be consistent. That's why they don't drop an atomic bomb, nuclear weapon on these guys. That's why. Emil. Well, Emil, you didn't waste your time. Now you know the conference is not what. Yeah, I think so. Until someone proves me different or give me more information. Sounds like a blind alley to walk down. Well, you don't be bothered. You are better than this crap. Many left years ago. Jared will never allow unpleasantries. No, but you see, sometimes it was a saying about a samurai, a student samurai with master samurai. It doesn't mean that this should be applied. But in times when I was practicing Kyokushin and so on, I was reading a lot about Japanese culture. And what happened? It was this student told the master, how should we fight with a thief? And how should I fight with a samurai? And the master said, with a thief, you fight like you fight with a thief, like a thief. With a samurai, you fight like a samurai, with honor and so on. That's the way. Gerald Taylor is, yes, yeah. Sometimes you have to use Odysseus's way. I want you, which I don't think you're going to find, the bad guy, Dr. William Pierce, the bad guy, Odysseus way. I think that was a podcast, 15 minutes, 20 minutes of him. I wanted to go and listen to that. For me, when I listen to that one, when he talks about the Odysseus way, you're going to find it. If you go to their site and so on, you're going to find it. Now you understand what I'm talking about, Odysseus's way. And it's not incitement to violence or anything like this, but sometimes when they push you, they corner you, they want to harakiri you do it, but anyway, then you have to use Odysseus' way. You go and smack left and right, but only in self-defense, like Israel. Speech in Britain. Oh, all right. US is not in the same league as Russia. In what? Yes, harness and embrace diplomacy. It's just a different. What do you think about AI ministerial approach in Albania? Oh, AI and will you be able? No, I don't like AI almost at all. Almost at all. AI is, they fool us. This is what I don't like about AI. One of the main thing. It is like a computer. When you program a computer, a program, software. My cousin is fantastic on that one. So you put the information in the limitations. Like in an AI, if you put only the right information available to the AI, when you ask and say, are, let's say, the Jews better than everybody else? If you put the right information, they're going to say, yes, they're the chosen people. But if you don't put that and you put some other one, it's going to say, blah, 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 blah. So it's up to what information you put over there is going to react. And who decides the framework? Human beings. So this is just a facade. Just so you know about that kind of AI in Albania. What the hell? All right. AI is evil. Could be evil. Could be. Hello, Bogdan. Bogdan is not here, unfortunately. We're going to make. Yes, it's called algorithm. All right. And let's do some deer hunting. Let's do fox ministers, but not on my sacred sanctuary. I decided not to hunt on my sacred sanctuary. I want to be a sanctuary for animals and everybody else over there. Unless They come for me. Then we got, what do we have? We have the, what? How is it called? Come on, come on, come on. Bring it. Oh, let me show you what I got. Oh my God, sorry. I hope you don't see my underwear here. Come on, baby doll. Let me show you what I bought. That is for, ready? Meow. Ding, ding, ding. This is what's gonna be on my sacred, because I have a sacred sanctuary. It's gonna be posted over there. Bang. That's $12, motherfuckers. I couldn't believe, but hey, it's hard thing until these guys are gonna unscrew it, and I lost $12. It's okay. It's okay. It's just money, as my friend Didi says. It's just money. What the hell? All right, the Red Baron will come out to play. Will spit some, red sperm on them. A Red Baron. There you go, my friend. Yes, classic. All right, Sacred Sanctuary. Yes. For me, that I wanted to be a transition between this, okay, and whatever is out there, which are our ideals. That's what I want. That's want to be an, how they call it? What was that name in religion? Not purgatory, man. The in between for the babies to wait until they get to the judgment. What was that called? Man, I cannot remember it. So I want to be an intermediate room towards our ideals, our perfection. I know, no, but have to dream high. How is it called? Maybe you guys know. You should know. Limbo. There you go. Thank you very much. In limbo. That's how I want to be, in limbo out there. Are we going to drop like baboons with these guys? Or we're going to change everything after we get the connection with whatever is out there? And there is our imagination, our aspirations, our qualities, our whatever. Let's move on. Limbo, I think it is. Purgatory, no. Purgatory when you're already out. Purgatorio. All right. Quanon. Emily turns you from right to wrong. I don't know. What game are you allowed to hunt in your state? Whatever it is. Even wolves are allowed, which I don't like, but they were. Now they put them back. You have moose, but it's only in the Upper Peninsula. And I think it's on one island and a little bit in the Upper Peninsula. You can elk, but elk is not popular. It's in the north. Like, all right. You can deer, black bear, coyotes at will, I think, pigs at will, and boars I'm talking about. Squirrels, unfortunately, foxes, this kind of small animals. That's basically what it is. Did I miss anything big? I don't know. How can I contact you by email? Well, I have the email, which is 15 truth and justice in one word. Everything is one word at gmail.com. That's what it is. 15 truth and justice at gmail.com. That's where I am. Is a sanctuary wild, or are the tree planted? I think they were planted. And the person who I bought it from cut everything when the trees were like this big, cut it all, and these are their new growth. But hey, maybe my future generation, if they want money, they can sell it, portion it, whatever they want to do. Until I am alive, nobody will touch anything. Could you really use a Red Baron to prevent poaching at a sanctuary? No. Well, you can't really shoot at them. If you just, boom, 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 but you don't shoot to kill, even if it's your property, it's going to be, why did you use the deadly force they didn't, and so on, call the police, things like this. But with other things, you get them if you want. All right. When is Limbo is Messiah coming back to Earth as Lady Diana? Okay. Is a sanctuary wild? All right. Okay. And respect Boone Lithuania. Lietuva. I know Lietuva. I've been to Kaunas. I went and I participated to the European Championships in 1995, I think it. No, 1996. In 94, I was in France. I participated in Lille in the Kyokushin European Championships. Yeah. And that for Romania. And then next year, not next year, the other year, I've been in Kaunas. I think it was 2006. I'm not going to show you my fucking, can't reach it over there. I have a little statue from that I bought from. Let me do like horrible bosses. Remember whatever Will Ferrell with his long. That's why I'm gonna go here, so you don't see my balls hanging. All right. All right, so this is what I bought from Kaunas, and I like it. It looks very funny, and I don't like to. They broke it. They put some tape on it. You know who? Okay, and I don't like. I like the dust on everything. So that's all right. So this is Kaunas, 24th of May, 1996. 24th of May, the 5th, 96, Kaunas. Okay? All right, so this is it. I'm going to put you here. If I break it, I deserve to be punched in the face 1,000 times. All right. And then I went to Germany in 1997. I represented Romania in the European Championships, Kyokushin in Kumite in Berlin. All right. Just so you know. All right. Let's see what else here. No, only the flag Romania. Okay. Is the game warden get poaches? No poaches. I haven't seen them. And if I see them, I will them up. How? You'll see. You'll see. I will show up and dance a horror. Did you try any assailant? No, I didn't. They did it, and I found it like this, and I was like, Jesus Christ, God damn it! But hey, that's what happened. See how it is? Now you can imagine how old they were when they fucked it up. That was the best. That looks like Harry Kissinger. Yeah, I should. I should. Whenever I talk about them, I should just have this guy. And he's got this kind of clothes where that doesn't match anyway. All right, what else? All right, that looks like Henry. All right, get our group and then our holy rollers. There I walk. They can't screws or anything. Okay, I'm trying. Yes, it's 32 views, 541 like, but I'm from Kaunas. Kaunas, okay. Well, by the way, so yeah, I've been to Kaunas to your. So yes, my friends, I always get 10% of likes. 10%. Like if I get 10,000 people, I get 1,000 likes. Never more, and sometimes less, but a little bit less. Rarely less. It's such a coincidence, man. You can have in 3 days, one after another, let's say 100,000, 100,000, 100,000. Really? How in the hell can you have this in 3 different days? So many variables, various videos, various subjects, various people who watch it. It's just, and I spoke with them and they're just like, no, people have different preferences. Holy fuck. And I told them, can you please tell FBI, CIA, Mossad to leave me alone? Can you please tell them? They're like, click, click, click. What do you mean? Please do that. Please do that. That and Polish Jew. Okay. Hello everyone in Sibiu. Hello, my friends. It is funny. Many people do not know that Zionin was born in Ukraine. Well, I didn't know it was born in Ukraine because I don't think Ukraine was as a country when Zionism was created. I think Zionism precedes the 1918 when Ukraine was officially created as a country. But maybe you provide some information that I don't know, and I'm open to listen to them. All right. Someone told the brunette she could. Okay, just need a small hat. Take a big one and cut it. There you go. And then put a clip, and that's it. Red Baron is a really nice airplane. Yeah, it is a really nice airplane. It is Red Baron, yes. Baron von Richthofen, right? Manfred von Richthofen. All right, I see the ratio a lot, 1 to 10 on other channels too. Well, good for that. But why? What does that mean? Is it possible? My friends, in the 10th grade in Romania, I learned about probabilities and possibilities. Probabilities, go and do that. It's kind of like, no, why not 15%? Sometimes, or like 25%, or 2%, or 0%. 10%. It's strange, but anyway. Stop bashing Kalas. She has nice legs. Well, I never bashed her for those qualities. I bashed her for what's inside or what's not inside there. Okay, I'm not talking about things like this. She needs some boobs, if you really ask me. But hey, that's okay. Turn off the light and get to. Man, you provoke me. That's not good. Other people are watching this video, and I get in trouble. God bless you. God bless you. PM a judge. Stop bashing. Yeah. No whiskey today. I don't drink whiskey, my friends. I don't like whiskey. The only thing I drink is wine. And that depends with what. And 99% of the time with food. And if I drink wine, sweet wine, I don't need food. But that fat gets me fatter than I am. And beer, when I'm thirsty, usually in the summer. And sometimes. Thank you very much for the English beer that some of you suggested for me. I like a black African American beer. I like the Polish black beer, whatever it is. Do you think Kash Patel pretty girlfriend loves him for his personality? Yes. Yeah, maybe he's got some shaft that we don't know. Maybe he's very playful over there, man. Maybe he's got some like Tarzan in his bedroom. Woo, poke. Oh, but you never know, man. You never know. She has nice legs. She does, probably. I don't know. Beer has women hormones. Yeah, it'll get you fat. And drink wine. Very hard to orchard. Yeah. Emily, what is your opinion on the country of Moldova? 100% corrupt. They brought too many Russians in it, and they cannot get rid of them. They will have 50-50, Romanians and Russians. And not only, they have other nationalities over there, ethnicities. It's going to be always a failed state because it's small, it's artificial, and I think it's a lot of interest. It's going to be a failed state. It's like at the margin, like Ukraine. Ukraine means at the margin. The same is going to be Moldova. I hope Moldova doesn't get into Romania because then they will have to transfer some population, like the Poles did with the Germans after the Second World War. Remember the transfer of population? No, the First World War. Yeah, after the First World War, they were created and they did some transfer of population and so on. I think even after the Second World War, they gave some Germans back. All right, so that's probably otherwise. And I'm not saying if you get Romanians, they're exemplary. No, many baboons over there. But I don't know. That's going to be in limbo. That's what's going to be with Moldova. Sandokan. Maybe Sandokan with his pointed Sandokan. Sandokan, he must be old, man. Like I am. If you drink beer, you start speak nonsense. Well, I think I'm very philosophical then. No. Some people tell me that I tell more than I need to tell when I drink something. I don't know. Man, you're still with me, so thank you very much. Moldova is landlocked. Moldova has that little river, I think, that goes into the flows into the. It is landlocked by that, but still, Emil, call me after the show. What kind of pants are you wearing? We'll see, my friend. We'll see. All right. Emil, can you imagine worse combination than me, Russian descent, Lithuanian, with Jobaka ancestry from mom's side? Jubaka. Well, I don't know. Could be, but yeah, that's pretty to say the least. You can be a French with a German and a Brit, and then if you add the Jubaka, then it could equal your thing. Or I don't know. I don't want to bash. I'm just kidding, my friends. Genes play a certain kind, but it's us to change things. Us. Oh man. If you live closer, I'd come to visit. You are smart and funny. Well, maybe we can meet in between. Moldova is more like Detroit. Ooh. And that's Detroit. All right. Let's see, what do we have here? In vino veritas, correct. Yes, that's exactly it works sometimes. I've been told, but hey, um, and on the other hand, I know my limitations. I know that sometimes I'm loose mouth when, not sometimes, most of the time, I'm loose mouth when I drink. But I also say certain things that I don't say regularly, in order to, as Trump is, to take people off balance, because they think, oh, he said that while he was drunk, where he drank a little bit tipsy. That must be true. I planted that. It was a lie. I never say a lie to you. I never said a lie here. You know why? Because truth gives me so much ammunition. I don't have to make up shit. I don't even have to interpret it in a way that is skewed. These guys are baboons, man. Are bottom feeders. Are all right. What keep Moldova and Romania apart? What kept Moldova? What keep Moldova? The outside interest. The order was not given. The order of, yeah, guys, you can unite, and it's too hard, because I said they're almost 50-50, I think, the Russians and the Romanians, whatever they are over there, with whomever. And remember, in a neighborhood, which is Moldova, I'm the mafia boss. Now, if I join another neighborhood, which is, let's say, a city in a neighborhood, I lose the status. I'm not a mafia boss like whatever her name is, Maya Sandu, the president, the educated. I'm not the boss anymore. Someone else is my boss. So why do I want to join those guys? No, I want to be in charge of my little turf. That's how is Maya Sandu with these baboons. That's one of the reasons I wouldn't want to go under the Al Capone. I'm right here, the Al Capone of little Moldova. What was Mr. Kirk doing in Romania with orphans? No idea. I read about his wife, which is very shifty. I don't want to. Have you ever had a big loss in your life? Then you know. Then you know that every time you speak about that loss, you cannot, it's hard to stop the, you know what I mean? The tears. And she, after fucking a week or something, his body was not even cold. She comes on stage and does the heavy metal shit, and you, and then let me embrace you, Vance. You look like my husband. Jesus Christ, man, I didn't like that a bit. People grieve differently, really. Like we laugh when someone like that dies. I don't think so. We grieve. I don't think anybody grieves by fucking the neighbor. All right, unless it was a fake shit. Sorry. Emil, can you please help your friend? Papa, here is your email. I can spell it right there, man. Right there. 15. 15. Truth and teacher at how I pecker. Okay. Let's see. Truth and justice. Pack. That's my email. Now I'm fucked forever. Here you go. Why? I know why. All right. Who were Kirk's top funders and backers? I have no idea. I stopped watching that because that's very dirty what's going over there. And the guy was killed like a... No. And I don't believe the guy over there with the Mossberg or whatever he had, a boom. I know when you hear pick, and when you hear pack, or boom, it's three sounds, okay? And over there was bleach. That's not a Mossberg high caliber. I shoot a fucking high caliber bullet. When I go hunting, I have a 300 Remington, 700, with 300 Ultra Magnum bullet, like this long, right? Before it was only for, it was only one size, very powerful. I shot a deer with that. This was the entrance holes, the hole. This is what entrance, no, the entrance where this, the exit was like this big. I shot one in the chest from the side. Half of the chest was gone until Remington brought 3 tier of bullets for the Ultra Magnum. And then you get the one for the, I think it's the moose or bear, elk, and then deer. So then the deer is 3006, which is the guy shot. And I shoot that one right now. And I know when I shoot, I know how that sounds. I shoot it all the time. Even though the bullet is about $3 fucking, man. If you find it. All right. Jesus Christ. Or maybe All right, Valhalla is the resort in New Zealand. Yes. Hey, Algeria's foreign policies and its relation with Russia. Isn't France buying Algerians, I think, oil or something? And they want, or gas? What is it? One of the two. I always, I'm not one of them. Instead of, and I'm no offense, France should do like the Americans do. We couldn't come and get it. The problem is the Algerians screwed these guys up, kicked them out, right? In the 60s, whatever it was, with all these guys, they kicked them out. So yes, Algeria is playing in between right now. Has Europe by the balls and plays with were there some demonstrations in Algeria lately? Again, the Generation Z, that's how they call these guys, spontaneous. It was meant to change the subject over there. You know what I mean. Steinmail. Hello from Slovenia. Oh, Trump's wife. All right. Hello, my friend. He was wearing a squeeb. It was all staged. I don't know, my friends. I can't. But he was dead. And who did it? Ask JFK who did it. All right. Are you thinking of interviewing Călin Georgescu? I issued an invitation a while ago to Călin Georgescu. I had an automatic reply from whatever I contact him. He said, thank you very much for your interest. Baban gave me a site where I can go and watch him. I don't need to watch him. I want to talk to him. I know where he stands. I've been with him, with whatever he was saying when he was with Pământ Strămoșesc. But if you can't, if you can't get me the right number, address, or anything, I contact. I want to speak with Călin Georgescu. 100%. I want to speak with everybody, including with the devil. Just so you know, with Stalin, with Moses, with everybody. Everybody's interesting. I have so many questions for all these guys, bad as they are. No, you're not supposed to interview him because we don't promote him. It's not about promoting. It's about learning, understanding. Oh, you're afraid that the cat meow meow is going to jump out of the bag, huh? Exactly. Man. All right. Magnum is worse. 338 Super Magnum. Yeah, it is worse. Yeah, it is worse. Many things are even worse than that. Did you eat the deer? I ate the deer only one time, and then I decided I don't like it. Not that I don't like it. It was a bad combination. When I started opening, and the blood was over there, blah, 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 and the smell. Then every time I ate deer, I associated with the smell when my first deer that I cut open and I took everything out. It was not intestines broken or the stomach. So it was clean blood, but it was cold. All the vapors, the heat was coming out of the deer in my nose, and I have like a... I can't eat it now. Now, if you make it right, I like it, but I don't eat it. If I shoot a deer, I give it to someone else. Always. Always. Emily's too controversial. Maybe truth sometimes. What's controversial? Controversial, I'm not saying I'm not. The controversial is this. They make some rules, and they say these rules are the rules. Everything that pushes the boundaries is controversial. Who made the rules in the first place? Why? Have I been asked? Like you'd go and say, hey, you're a fat fuck. Oh, I'm sorry, you're fat. Oh, you don't say that. You say you're big boned or big. Why? Who said that? The good society. Says whom? Fat is the right word to describe an way overweight person. But anyway, who polices us? Who has a PhD in manners? I would like to know that person, and why. The same, they changed from, and I'm not, this is going to be controversial now, from Negro into colored, into black, into African American. Who tells us that, man? And if you say Negro, man, how do you want me to call you? Juju? I call you Juju. You want to call me Cracker? I don't care, man. I don't care. I'm past that. I passed that when I was about 16. Call me however you want. I know who I am. Why do I care, man? Anyway, but people have all kind of things. I created something called lifelong nothing. Okay. Bring back fat shaming. What do I mean shaming? You are insulting our view by seeing your ugly motherfucking shape. What are you talking about? How about my feelings? Change your condition if you don't like to be called as your appearance fits the dictionary definition. God damn it. No, I have to change my language because you what? I should not be insulted. I'm insulted by your face. I'm insulted by your appearance. What you say. Do I say anything about it? Sometimes, but if you say something wrong, I will call you out. As I hope you call me out. Because when you call me out, I learn. So you are my teacher. You help me. Every time someone says, Emil, you were wrong on that one. Okay, tell me about it. All right, thank you very much. Do you think my ego is going to be hurt? My balls are going to leave me? No, thank you. Now I'm not going to be an ignorant on that subject. You helped me. You complete me. All right? All right. Thank you very much. Next one. Do you think I care what people born with silver spoon in their asses say? Doesn't really matter, man. If it's about learning, you learn. I don't have wine with me. This is coffee, man. This is coffee. I can show you. Do you think I drink every day? Do I look like I drink every day? Right. Do I look here that I drink every day? Look at me. Do I look? Anyway, you don't have to look. Well, all right. People like me die once. People like me die in one moment. It's not like prolonged illness. We're like, hey, I'm going to go in and then die. All right. So I'm okay with that. I don't think I'm going to have a long illness with my on the right side, with my liver. If I have that, there are many ways to solve problems. You don't have to suffer and have everybody else take a shit because they have to take care of you. All right. You've seen the Sukhoi 57? Yeah, I saw the Sukhoi 57 in Dubai. Oh my God, that's good. But the problem is, it's like in martial arts. If you see the kata demonstrations, people that kick, pak, 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 zoop, 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 they're fantastic. That's how they perform alone. Like Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee was very fast and very good alone. He never fought. Bring Bruce Lee here, man. All right, the same. Put him in the circumstances. The same. Sukhoi looks very good, very nice. I don't know how it will perform against something real good. I want to see him in a dogfight. That's why put people in the. That's how they're gonna learn. If they're not gonna use it, they're not gonna know. Oh, it looks good. Buzz, buzz, buzz. I love it. If you put some, I don't know, what's his name, Placido Domingo, or you put some other, singing Nessun Dorma, that's fine. Looks very nice. Your channel is a winner. Tick, 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 tick. Kaya Kallas, your favorite EU politician. These EU leaders have balls. Yeah, they have balls. Maybe they had in 1945, the EU leaders, but they're gone, EU. All right. Cretin call, but then want to duel. Okay, let's do it in the woods. Like, how are we going to duel? Bare fists? Let me give me some time. I mean, I've been practicing for some time. You want to, with guns? I'm all for that. Big equalizer. All right. Knives, it's even better. Swords, again. Why? Close contact. All right. I'm just kidding, my friends. Have you ever used bow in hunt? I don't like hunting with the bow, so I never used it. All right. I couldn't tell who was fatter, Trump or Saudi prince. Martial arts is lifelong practice. Is it powerful? Well, it is powerful. Martial arts have to come from here and heart and balls. Don't call a martial art just because you practice. It's a lifelong because it disciplines you, trains you from situations, how to react, self-control, and so on. It's not that I can knock something. That's why when I say mixed martial arts, like a UFC, that's an insult. There's not mixed martial arts. But anyway, it is to a certain extent because you have to be mastering a fighting style like boxing, and you have to put everything together in order to eventually be a good fighter. I mean, martial arts are the arts of Mars, the god of war, thank God, who's my favorite, just so you know. After Zeus is Mars. All right. Ce ne facem să ne luăm țări înapoi în lumea occidentală? Organize. We have to organize, my friends. Emily, you are a man with a lot of material. Could you share with us the best life advice you have ever received? Ever received? I will tell you, but you won't like it. I received some advice, but this was one specific which I was told. Um, you can fight, and I was much younger because I was always hot like this, even looser mouth. Why? Because it was an experience. Don't fight for the people because they will hang you in the end. They will not defend you. This was the advice. Now, is it true? Look at Gaddafi. Look at Saddam. Look at others. You say, well, those were criminals. It's true. But I guarantee you, the people that you fight for, if they are offered a little better deal, they will have no problem hanging you. This was one of the advice. I'm not saying the advice because I can't remember. There were many, like instance, don't be so honest. My mom used to say, don't be so honest. You're too honest. Or keep your mouth shut. Shh, don't say it. Do I like that advice? You have to be diplomatic sometimes. Obviously, you can't just say this, but I think you should have courage. You have to have courage, and without courage, we have to have courage, and so on. The Greek values are still valid. Wisdom and courage. Temperance, I'm okay with a middle media aura est, but where is evil? Well, what if someone attacks your family and you fight? What are you going to do? You let them? It is, but remember, in a war, usually is one that, and is rarely one side is innocent, 100%. Unire, I don't think so, unire, but hey, maybe. If you talk about Moldova, do you know what unire will be? What you bring in? When people start fighting each other, you begin to see the real enemy. Emil should always speak the truth. Yeah, try. I told you that my sons trained Shotokan karate and went to Alba Iulia for an international tournament, and the older one won a gold and silver medal. Good. Alba Iulia, yeah. That's north of Sibiu a little bit. Martial arts teach you courage, but also discipline. Someone said that courage could not be taught. Now, you become more courageous when you throw yourself in a fight, and then you train, and you know your limitations. That's how you, for instance, you tell someone, well, there's two guys over there, so I don't give a shit if there are two guys over there. If they don't have guns, like that kind of guns, I have no problem. I mean, yeah, I know what I can do. It doesn't mean I'm going to win the fight, but I have the courage because I know what I can do. I did before, right? More than two, but I'm not bragging here. But they're saying, but you've never done it. You've already been smacked around. How can you develop that? You have to start slowly, I guess. I don't know. It's also the childhood inhibition. Someone might have smacked you, even if you're tough when you're a child, smacked you real bad, just tamed you for the rest of your life. It's called, what do you call that? Trauma. I've started seeing it after a couple of, got toilet, pays them off, gold boil. Yeah. Best books to read about the Roman Empire. Well, I can't give you a certain book about Roman Empire. What I did with the Roman Empire was different ones. I like to read, it's called Historia Lumii în date. That is the history of the world dated, which is in this year, this happened. In this year, this day, this happened. Blah, blah, blah. You have to read many, whatever you can put your hands on. But no, I don't know. I really don't know. I can't pinpoint one. All right. It's little by little, you have to read also not only the Romans, the military, obviously, what their biggest achievements, or was the biggest, I consider it, was the engineering genius. That some was copied and pushed forward and so on, but the engineering, the organization, the state, how it was the laws that they had. That's more. It's very important. And then you compare that with, I don't know, something that happened in the Middle East, all right? With those guys with herds. Let's go. I'm talking about, you know who? The meow, meow. You know who I'm talking, right? All right. Yeah, great book. It is. It is. Claudius Umparat. There are money. History of central banking. Oh my God, that's why I love Andrew Jackson. He killed the bank. That was the main reason why I love Andrew Jackson. That was the main one. The other one, he got balls, man. He was not afraid to do well. He got, what, 40 years of his life, got that bullet in his chest. He helped the Indians not die in Florida. Oh, and I know it's horrible. It's horrible. But if you look at it a little bit different, they would have died in Florida, all of them. But hey, he got him in that awful, horrible trail of tears. But if they didn't, Florida would have killed all of them. Now that's how it's called you know what I mean? Armenian girls are also beautiful to me. Okay, some are not. All right, let's see what else. Roads and aqueducts. Oh my God, yes, roads and aqueducts, and the Roman concrete. Yep, yapadubals. All right, hey, shalom. What's up, shalom? Hey, join me. I didn't drink anything, my friends. All right, the Greeks. Yeah, the Greeks. I like Greek more than Romans. Yes, Greeks, yes. The Romans copied a lot from the Greeks, but the Greeks also copied certain things from the Egyptians and so on. We'd say, no. But hey, there is some truth in the columns, and not only. The arches, they say the Romans and the Greeks and so on. So yes, you push it forward. What's your take on Tai Chi, Emil? Tai Chi is good for old people. And you can train your brain with your body and the breathing. But other than that, don't try. That's why it's called dance de viață lungă. Long life dance. That's what's Tai Chi. You start left and then you do this. Okay, that's for all people. You, if you're young, do something else. Don't start with freaking golf. Okay, play basketball, football, rugby. That's how you play when you're young. When you get older and your joint hurt, okay, let's fucking some golfing here, or I know, billiard or something. The same thing with these guys. It's very nice. Control your breathing, discipline your brain, and move, jump. It's not demanding, but hey, you should do it. Many other ways too. It was anyway. Don't bring Kaunas and Lietuva garage. Garage. Okay, let's hear about your conference experience. We need to hear more from you, Emil. Well, questions. I'm asking questions. I'm answering questions here. I'm not gonna go again. If I'm invited as a speaker and they don't try to lynch me, and if they then try, so what? I don't think they can. But anyway, I will go over there. I will go over and speak if I'm allowed to speak, and that's it. And probably they could say, oh, let's let this baboon talk so he shuts the fuck up. It's not on me, man. It's on you. It's on you. Now, if you think I'm an imbecile and didn't get it, okay, keep doing what you're doing, and you're going to find out. The history of banking, okay. All right. I'll never do Tai Chi because eventually it turns into all Chinese women. Okay. Jai Shankar, still your favorite diplomat? He was in Russia last week. Yes. Jai Shankar of India is one of them. Is one of them because he's ballsy, he has courage, he's smart, and he's funny as well. Jai Shankar, the foreign minister of India. He went to Russia, met Putin in the Kremlin as well to discuss certain things because Putin is going to go and meet Narendra Modi in December. So they're preparing. And these guys are trying to abort mission. But those guys are still going. Yes, he is my favorite. Together with Lavrov, for instance, with Zakharova, with Wang Yi of China, with Peter Siarto of Hungary. I know the Romanians don't like that. But hey, bring one. We're going to bring, what's his name? Titulescu. He's long gone. Titulescu. Don't give me Titulescu. He's gone. He was a good diplomat, but too late. All right. Jewish women are very desirable until they turn 40, and then you don't want to see them anymore. Okay. Must go dinner. Have great. Okay, me too. Later. Your identity as an old Chinese. You'll identify. Okay. I wouldn't bother. Sounds like a watered down, limited hangout kind of affair. Do you think the internet chat surveillance law is going to pass in Europe? Yeah, I think they're going to pass everything. And the more voices will grow in Europe, these guys, the more will try to infringe it. And that's the way it is until it breaks. Do you think the internet chat? Yes, I'm Taekwondo black belt, but a long time ago. Good job. I used to fight people from Taekwondo when I was pretending training for the European Championships. I used to fight various people from various genre, like boxers. I used to fight Shotokan, Vado Ryu, um, Taekwondo, because they have different take with distance, with legs, with they have different stamina. They have a different attitude. And when I go to the European Championships or to the nationals, I don't know who I'm going to meet over there, what kind of experience. That's what I did. So hey, and don't forget to reach the design started in Ukraine so you can see for yourself. Okay, I will look. Thank you very much. What do you think about Japan and China recent dispute? You know how it is, like these guys with the pit bulls in the neighborhood. Pit bull is Japan, and the guy that holds the pit bull with a leash is America, unfortunately. And the Chinese, remember, China pretends to be, but it has a lot of hatred inside of it. A lot of it. Don't give me Confucius of Lao Tzu or no. They have a lot of frustration. Why? Because they're big, smart, and they got beaten by everyone. So not all the time. I'm exaggerating. So they are waiting like like the Americans, like the Russians are waiting for the Poles. Please do it. Please fucking do it. I want to pay you back for Manchukuo, and not only. The same with these guys and with the Baltic states. The Russians are waiting, not more with the Baltic states as with the Poles. Please do it. They're going to have no patience with the Poles. I guarantee you that. Maria Zakharova. Have you tried reaching? Yes, I tried Maria Zakharova. I'm still waiting for an answer for about. But you see, I have to give you the reality. I didn't try every day. I don't have a secretary or 5 secretaries that are busy doing other things, services. But I should have done it every day. I did it through Telegram. I think I did it through, Facebook. But I didn't do it every day. I should do it every day. I even tried, what's his name? Andrew Tate. I tried Galloway. I sent many invitations. I don't know. Maybe they didn't reach them. Maybe they didn't want to associate themselves with a baboon right here. Yes, I tried. Is it a Taylor-controlled opposition? I think he is. I give it 50-50. That's my opinion as a free human being. I don't know. Or because he invites people who speak the truth, but he himself doesn't touch certain subjects, as you know. And I don't know. Sometimes you hijack them by infiltrating them, and then you redirect it towards left or right a little bit. And you get these guys get their blood boiling. Sorry, I'm going to say this. Don't get my Christian friends. Don't get upset with me. Please. I'm not here to insult. Remember how Karl Marx called religion the opium of the people. Why? You go over there in the church and you feel exalted, or how do you call it? Oh my God, ecstatic, with everybody around you singing, meeting Jesus and so on. And you come home all pumped up, happy for the next week to be a slave to these guys. Right? So that's kind of with American Renaissance. Everybody goes over there, yeah, man, yeah, my David, yeah, blah, 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 and then they go home. That's it. They got their opium, whatever it's going, it's smelling opium, whatever they're smoking it, and then they go home. That's how I felt it. And there are people who are using that. I think otherwise they will get these other people here, not what they got over there. All right. So that's why I think I'm not here to insult the. You just make this because it was the best example I could give. The opium of the people. Why? Because you go and come out happy. Oh, life is good. Jesus loves me, and then you get fucked by the government who allows you to go to the church to get your opium. What do you think? I'm just kidding. I'm just not kidding, but I'm exaggerating. But you got the idea. Sorry. Can would China has Pakistan to fight India? I don't think so. I think it's the Brits who using the Pakistanis in order to attack India. That's what I think, and destroy India and China's thawing relations right now. They're trying to be good. All right. What about the report of sniper tourism in Sarajevo? Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, it's very possible. Is it probable? I don't know. I read about it, and it wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. Whatsoever. I told you many times, my conclusion is this. We are the same animals we've been, I don't know, 10 years, 10,000 years ago or 15,000 years ago. Wow, man, we're the same. We're just a little bit like a veneer. We pretend to be more civilized and talk a little bit more nicer and wear beautiful clothes and cologne and all that. Maybe we wash more often, but when the moment arises, we turn into animals. The same. Do you know Mark Dice? Mark Dice, he made during the COVID, made some interviews in or after that, I can't remember exactly, about what should we do with these vax deniers. Should we put him in a concentration camp? That's what he said. But he like camps, like, and a lot of people in California said, yeah, I think they should be taught a lesson. The same guys who, if you ask them, were the Nazis good or bad? Oh, bad. But they're the same as the guys in the AmRen. The National Alliance and the William Pierce, those are Nazis. Those are Nazis. There's the same word used for you by the guys outside in the mainstream media. Don't you see the how to call it, how ridiculous that is? I mean, they call you the same way. No, we're not, because we're with suit and we are intellectuals. But that's not the point. You do the same thing to those guys as those guys did it to you. How are you better? It's just because it's a different subject? Oh my God. Anyway, let's go back here. How much time do you think it will take to completely Balkan Syria, and which part will be grabbed by whom? Syria? There's a lot of players over there. It's a lot of interest. The best scenario is Syria will be a no man's land. Why? Because Israel feels comfortable with that situation. That's what they want. So they're going to use the Americans not to necessarily break it, because if you break it, you have to control many groups, many leaders. But if you have one, you talk to that guy. Now, I understand you have the Turks in the north who want to take care of the Kurds, but it's the Americans who bribe them. Other than that, I don't think there's any other player but inside fighting. That's what it's going to be. And every time the Americans, now they are consolidating their influence over there with the military, with all that, with the right guys in the right positions, not like the Russians. The Russians let things go. They protected Bashar al-Assad. Sadat. For me, Sadat and Assad are very similar names in my brain, but I know there's not. One was and the other one, I'm going to go to Russia. Anyway, so that's the way it is. And the guys in Israel will try to have that like Iraq, kind of like nobody rules over there. Why? You're going to be weak. So I have no idea exact. I think it's going to be like that. And whomever is going to be, if tomorrow is going to be Juju and Kaka and Pupu and Laka, the leaders of Syria, if they cooperate and they keep those guys over there calm and work for the Israelis, that's fine. So Syria is a non-country, like Libya. Look at Libya, look at Syria. So why do you like to say don't keep money in the bank in most of your videos? Well, thank you. Why I say don't keep your money in the bank? First, I come from Romania. In Romania, after the revolution, a lot of banks were formed. People put money in the bank, and the bankers fled to Israel. Some of them, the big bankers, fled to Israel. You can touch them, no extradition treaties. So I don't keep my money in the bank. I keep it in my sock. next to my balls and the revolver. Okay, why? I'm just kidding. Not. I go and I dig holes in the backyards wherever I have properties, and that's where they are, over there. And then I spray all kind of things. So if the dogs come, they, unfortunately. So that's how it is. That's one. The other one, if they want to control you, how they can control you? Remember what happened with the Canadians with the protests? They froze the guys' account. They were killing them economically, financially. Gold. And as long as they let us have the money, the paper money in your ass, put them over there. Okay, and then you take them and wash them and give them. Or don't wash them, doesn't really matter. That's why I said these guys will have that chip. They will have the chip inside. That's why when I hear Elon Musk, yeah, we're gonna have a chip in the brain that's gonna help you, motherfucker. It's great, but I think that will be used by bad people to control us. Remember, you have a chip somewhere here. You want to pay at Walmart. Peak. Declined. Oh my God, I'm hungry. Click. Declined. Why? What did I do? You spoke shit, Emil, and you're dying. What starvation? That is economic terrorism. You can't find a job because you said something somewhere. That's again economic terrorism. They don't call it that way. Nobody hires you. Why? You said something that you're not supposed to. But we live in the land of the free and home of the brave. That's why don't put your money. I keep money in the bank as much as I have to pay my little bills that I have. And if they say, we stopped Emil's 50,000 accounts, Emil doesn't give a fuck. Okay? Because a stash right here, a stash right here. Okay? And then a stash right here. That's how I see things. It goes get. All right, goes get explanation about the banks. Yeah, that's me, my friends. Only keep enough money in the bank to cover bills, saving it. Yeah, precious. Correct. I'm 100%. It's the same about money and banks. All right. After their life with a couple bouts of cancer, after his wife contending with a couple bouts, after his wife. Historical Jews have always stored their money in art and diamonds. Yeah, but you see, art depends. Let's say I am right now, and there's no more money. We're going to go to barter, right? So if I come with a painting that's Rembrandt for you, the guy said, here's the potato for you. I don't need your fucking canvas. What am I supposed to do? So it's a convention. The painting means zero. It's a convention of snobs. That's what it is. When you see a painting for, I don't know, $20 million, who could pay for that? Now, you say, because it has value. It has value by convention. When things go south, and they will go south in this, we're going to show you up with your painting. You're going to say, fuck your painting. The only thing I can use that painting is for fire to warm up my balls. That's all. But you have the potatoes. So I need more paintings, my friend. That's why. No, gold. You say, oh, gold is the same thing. Gold has also as an how do you call it? A value on itself, in itself. Not money. You can say, well, money, barter eventually. Properties, things. That's what you need. Things. No, I know things are liabilities, but at one point you're gonna need something. And remember, bullets and guns. Why? You're gonna visit the people with the crops. That's how you go. Hey, you got some potatoes? Yeah, we need, I don't know, we need, what do we need? We need bread. You have bread? No, I have bullets. Give me your fucking, that's how you're going to be ending up. I told you the story with my neighbor here. My neighbor was no guns because he was under his wife's pussy. Right. How do you call it? Pussy whipped? Anyway, and he said, yes, we have a little emergency, whatever, where they stored cans, and if the end of the world, like you're going to survive how much longer? A month after I'm dead? Ooh, good job. When I hear these guys, I have my own stash. For how long? For a month? If it's an atomic, I live in underground. How long will you be living after that? How long, man? Anyway, so I said, I bought water. I have these cans. I have that. I said, well, I'm going to buy bullets. Huh? Why bullets? So I can visit you. And I'm going to take everything you got because you don't have guns. Thank you very much. Keep it up. And he was like, huh? And she was like, shut up. It's your fault, babe. Anyway, farmland. Yeah, farmland. Indeed, farmland. Yes. And seeds. All right. What else we have here? Are you getting tired, my friends? 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. Lead and brass, gold and silver. Yeah, it is. That's even worse. Emil, the legend Serbians love you. Thank you for speaking truth to power. Well, thank you very much, my Serbian friends. Thank you. I always have a soft spot for you. You know that. No. Z said no. Okay, poor Rembrandt. Well, what can I do? What do you want me to give you? Pull me out now. Another expressionist. All right. What do you think about John Mersheimer? He seems to almost get it about Russia, Ukraine, and Israel, but never actually calls out the you know who. That's how you know I listen to him not directly. I listen to him being invited by others, like Sachs or like other people who spoke with him. And I was, yeah, but we have a little problem here. And that is the, how do you call it? Intellectual honesty. If between you and I, we're about telling the truth, and my father is a criminal, I will say is a criminal. Regardless, is my father. That's the way it is, to the extreme. Now, you want to solve a problem? You can't ignore the truth and reality. Otherwise, you're going to screw up. You have to do it. You have to do it. By the way, these are my baby doll. Yeah, right here. My 357 Magnums. Take it over there, goddammit. Anyway, these are the ones that I have in my revolver right here next to me, because we have shit. And we got many other things here, but hey, not time. Well, I just felt like showing you. What the hell? Did I snort a line of coke before this live stream? Damn, this is an energetic stream. Love keeps me pumped up. No, I don't. I never had drugs. Obviously, I wouldn't say, right? Never smoked marijuana, not even that. The only drug I had was alcohol, and still have. Cigarettes, I don't smoke, so you can't poison me with that one. If you want to, all right, with some good wine, you might try. All right, Emil, you make me laugh every time. Thank you. Well, thank you for being here, Dana or Donna. Ammo can be great currency if you can reload. You are rich. Correct. Diamonds were an ideal stone of wealth because they little. Yeah. There's the only group that you can't criticize. Well, the thing is, you are allowed to criticize. You are not allowed to criticize other groups, or it's you can't say certain things about other groups unless the guys in charge allow you to, and that's not freedom. I think things should be called the way you see it, and if you're proven wrong by evidence, that's, as I said, always helpful. They tell you, oh, this group is the hardest working group in the whatever United States of America, but your direct experience shows you the opposite. Who should you believe? Them? The guys with no political affiliation, with their studies and the PhDs, or you working, rubbing shoulders with bam, bam, boom, boom, and not only in one level to say, well, I was a pipe layer all my life, and these guys were lazy, man, and late all the time. And I'm not, how do you call it, one group. I'm just saying an imaginary group, all right? So and then you say, well, you worked only in that kind of line of work. No, I worked in many on the same level or high up, and I realized almost the same thing. But hey, the PhDs are, we're all the same. No, we're not all the same. It's a behavior thing. I don't think it's genetical. I think it's a behavior, a culture thing. You have to change that. All right. The main thing is a trust. Oh, God, something in my eye. Some cocaine. Why watch Mensham when you can watch Brian Bell? Well, I watched someone, as I said, well, Mersheimer was invited. It's not hard to get it right. Remember, Ben Shapiro got it right in many angles. He was a hijacker, like AmRen. He took the energy and then channeled it in a direction where he really cared. That's Ben Shapiro. I figured out Ben Shapiro, I know, like 10 years ago at least. Why? Whenever he was speaking about Russia and Putin on one hand and Israel, he was losing his, how do you call it, scientific method, objectivity, facts-based conclusions. Facts don't care about your feelings. All lost. I said, man, come on, you're a hijacker. That's what you are. The same here. I don't know. Herm Scheiser, whatever his name is. Mersham. Amir, tell us. Take on whole Romania-Hungarian historical debate, if you will. I was born near Cluj in a Hungarian family, but never understood the whole hating one another. First, if the guys in charge can control you, they will use anything. So it's a political stuff to control us. I hate you when they need to move me, hijack me in a direction. Hey, the Hungarians said this. Bela did that. Or I don't know, Chobi said that. And all of a sudden, oh my God, why? Because in the family and the government keeps the flame like over there like a pilot. You know, when you have your gas stove or whatever that, how do you call it? Anyway, you have a pilot. You just need to turn the gas on. It goes like that. That's how they do it. Now, historically, Hungarians and Romanians had bad blood. Why? Because one said, well, we were here and these guys took our land and then they tried to convert us. The other guy said, no, we didn't find anybody here. Actually, you came over and we're the good guys. We civilized you. So it's this kind of things. There are historical events where the crimes were both sided, or how do you call it, like this. But the problem is one side uses only their crimes, the other side uses only their crimes. Therefore, why? To control us. To control us. And this is fueled by the same interest. They will continue to fuel us. Now you tell me, do you think the Hungarians are okay with Transylvania being part of Romania? Why would they be? I wouldn't be if I be a Hungarian whatsoever. I wouldn't be. I would say, what the fuck? What's going on here? Why? Because you're told that's yours and vice versa. I know that you are talking about, but Jews will be accountable directly to me and will be very strict. Okay. Thailand. Hungary lost a lot of land. It lost a lot of land, but how did it acquire it? How many nations did Austria-Hungary have underneath? They have the Slovenians, they have the Romanians, they have some Poles, they have the Slovaks, they have the Czechs, they have all these guys underneath. How did they come to be part of the great Austria-Hungary? Do you remember? So yes, they lost. Remember when Hitler, the bad dude, gave northwest of Transylvania to Hungary? You know what the bad dude did? Bad dude did. Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to end up to that one. You know what he did? Let me drink something. Coffee. He did this. He sent scientists, how do you call them? No ethnograph, like sociologists. Anyway, so he sent people to find out where the Hungarians were majority. And they found out it was actually, unfortunately for the Hungarians, in central Romania. And between the center of Romania, Transylvania, to Hungary, it was mostly Romanians. So that's why he carved it like that. The other guy said, no, I take that region entirely. So those guys did it with brain. Yeah, we didn't like it. We didn't like it, but that's the way he did it. He said, at least we do it where the Hungarians are majority. But the Hungarians, what did they do? Once they got it, they massacred and sent the Romanians overseas, across the border to Romania. That's what they did. And the Romanians said, oh my God, that's ethnic cleansing. And the Romanians did the same thing. Don't worry. But we're not told that because we never committed any crimes. No. All right. Magyars. Magyar was a tribe. We call them Magyars because they like being called Magyars. Magyars were like one tribe out of 12 or 13, and they were the most intellectual Magyar. That's why they're called Hungarians from the Hungarians, not Magyars. They like to call it that way. That's what I read. But hey, I don't care. You can call yourself gods. I really don't care. You can call yourself Zeus, Attila, whatever you want to call. I don't care. I interact with you as a human being. Tell me what you got. Tell me who you are. You can call yourself however. I'm not your servant, though, and I don't expect you to be mine. Hungarians have to thank stopped the Mongols. Like most Mohawks, the Turks, or the Mongols. Yeah, where? You talk about what? You talk about Vienna with the Ottomans? They stopped the Mongols. And before they got to the Mongols, did the Mongols fight? Do you remember? Go over the map. I know, Matyas Corvinus. Let's not do it over the Hungarians. I like Hungarians as they are right now. And I don't like to be told that somehow, we stopped it. You remember Vlad the Impaler? My guy? Do you remember him? Do you remember Matyas Corvinus? He was supposed to help him against the Turks. He didn't. And he claimed that Vlad accused him of treason. That's how when Vlad crossed the mountains to Matyas Corvinus, he imprisoned him for 9 years. Why? Why didn't Matyas did not bring the army he promised? I mean, please, I know shit, but hey, let's die, because leave it dead. Because if we remember, that's the reason why we don't like one another. You bring this, I bring that, you bring that, and we never get to the bottom of it because there's too much garbage on both sides. And if you try to tell me that it's more on my side, I will say, no, it's in yours. So there you go. Let's leave it at that. I think we should go together against common enemy. And the enemy is they destroy Hungary, Romania, and others. Have you ever visited Russia before? And would you like to visit Moscow in today's time? Because I guarantee you a lot has changed. I've never been to Russia, and I would like to go to Moscow. But I tell you straight, I'm afraid to go to Moscow because when I come back, I don't think I will be not cavity surgery. But it's okay. A little bit of fucked in the ass by the authorities. It happens every day. It should be the least that can happen to me. But I would like to go. Definitely. Definitely. You learn, man. Direct experience. Oh, I forgot to say hi from Black Country, England. Oh, hello, my friends. Just kidding. Reclamele copilărie. We need another Vlad in the UK. Well, we need another Vlad. All right. I still feel like a Roma. Like, what do you mean? Roma, like any other ethnicity, has good and bad. What do you think about the EU demonizing Orban for not complying? Orban is a politician. I like that sometimes his ideas coincide with mine, or mine coincide with his, however you want to call it. But Orban, I think he's good for the Hungarians, but he's got his hanky-panky as well. Why? He allowed Bibi Netanyahu to come to Hungary when Hungary was a signatory of the ICC court, which issued a warrant for arrest. Hungary was in violation of that. So you see, like everybody else, up and down. And these guys obviously don't like Orban because Orban works for the Hungarian people, Hungarian culture, and so on. Again, to control the same power. Eventually, he's a human being, ultimately. And anyway, I like him. He's good with that one. Protecting your freedom and freedoms. Yeah, we'll try, but they have weapons bigger than we have. How long have you been following this group? I don't know the group. The group, since he was, I don't know, maybe 10 years, something like this. I don't know. Because it was Gerald Taylor first. And then it was, or at least I heard about the American Renaissance. It was Gerald Taylor, his interviews and so on. I told you more than, I would say 20 years. I have no idea. Gerald Taylor. Now, American Renaissance, I don't know when these guys put together and said, we are American Renaissance. And good for them. Good for them. So a long time, a long time. All right. 500 million. All right. The only thing I dislike about Orban with Netanyahu. Yeah, exactly. But that's what it is. Exactly what it is. Why do you think about canceled in election in Romania? Romania has never had democracy. Romania was always owned by outside interests. Clear? Capisci? That's what it was. And now it was so awful that they did it in front of everybody, and Romania is still a democratic country considered. And Romania needs kings. Bad kings. That means smack kings. Democracy is not compatible with the culture the Romanians still have. Yes, I said it. I don't give a shit. But that's how it is. Go and talk to them. Why? Because their reaction to what I said right now would be, hang him. Not, what do you mean, Emil? Tell me about it. Maybe you're right. Maybe the truth is somewhere in the middle. Hear me. No, I'm going to stop him. I'm going to make him. That's how they are. That's how they fucking are, man. Don't believe me? Go and talk to one. Except me. I'm just saying. I'm not here the best of the best. But no, in Romania, you need and I'm going to say it, a guy with a strong hand. Well, my strong hand, remember that comedy? What is the name of it? I did it with my strong hand. Anyway, what the fuck ever it was. So here it is, my friends. It is it's a culture. It needs to be changed. I know people say, who the hell? Look at you. Look who you have over there in charge of you. Starting from Iliescu, who was a genius compared with everybody else. I didn't like Iliescu. But compared with everybody else, and again, Băsescu was also smart. Emil Constantinescu. And then whatever the other guy, Mutu, looks nice, presidential, but he was German's guy. Anyway, now who do you have now? Fuck me, Freddie, man. My mom was a pharmacist. And her sister, a doctor, medical doctor. Every time they see suddenly said, "Ăsta e un idiot." He acts like a idiot. An idiot or not an idiot. They will say another one, oligophren. Those are the words used by these sisters. Okay? Idiot, oligophren, tâmpit. But you can see them. You can see their... Anyway, I know I'm not scientific right now. But if you go to a little sanatorium, you're going to find kind of the same faces over there. Don't think so? All right. And the same movements. I don't think so. All right. Go to town, man. Go to town. Like Tom Cruise. What do you think about Vucic taking about the Western leaders preparing for war? And what will happen with him if won't get reelected? He's going to end up, if he got time, he's going to end up maybe to Moscow again. And yes, they're preparing, I don't know, war. They're going to try, they're not going to be war against Serbia. I don't think so. They're going to create a situation. And during that situation, it's going to be spontaneous, armed revolution, because, when the government becomes tyrannical, it's the duty of the citizens to change it through armed. Isn't that something here? That's no? Okay. I'm not promoting that. But you know my hints. Salut. Servus. There's take on Romania I have not heard before. That's a take on Romania I have never heard before. Well, I can give you more. Georgescu, the silent majority. Yeah, but you know what's strange? I don't think the Romanian president really has power. The people behind are always going to censor the president's power because it's a human being who tells someone. Let's say I am from Pentagon, a general, and you are the president of the United States of America. I say, Emil, you do this. And I say, yeah, no, you do this. Arrest him. He is a traitor. Or I say I'm an FBI, a CIA. I will have the power, not you. Not you. So Georgescu, these guys stopped how dangerous Georgescu was not to allow him to be the president of Romania. That means that they were afraid that maybe the position of the president in Romania has real power. I doubt that. The guys with the guns always will have the power, have more power than the guys with the money. Always. Always. Remember when Attila showed up at Constantinople? Do you know what the guys in Constantinople did? They bribed Attila the Hun. Not the Hungarian, the Hun. With money. But he agreed. Otherwise, he would have all of them. So that's how Constantinople being the Eastern Roman Empire. And they did it. So the same here. It's not the guys, the politicians. The politicians could be rounded up by the intelligence services together with the military. That's it. They have the real power, not the politicians, not Elon Musk. And Elon Musk is zero. Tomorrow, these guys can arrest him and interrogate him, and they're gonna find some charges, and he's gone. Like Ceausescu, like Saddam Hussein. Not even go there. Like what's his name, Gaddafi. You don't think so? Look what they do, man. Look what they do to the guys over there in the Caribbean. Look what they did in Yugoslavia. What they did in Iraq on a lie. They can do everything. That's why when I say we are the same as we were 10,000 years ago, 20,000 years ago, that's what I'm talking about. These guys are capable of the same crimes. I don't know, the Babylonians did the... Jesus Christ. Inferiority complex right there. All right, 30 Spartans watching. Okay. Sort of like America. Well, I like America. That's why I'm here. But I don't like the way it's going and how these guys were fooled, man. They were watching the American news, the what, 3 big news, all their lives owned by the same guys. They tell them what to do. Now with the genie out of the bag, which is the internet, they have to put the genie back. Then they will put the genie back. They will put. How? The same they put Parler. Parler, remember Parler? They put it back in 12 hours. Nobody could access Parler. If tomorrow they want YouTube X, whatever the other guy is, Rumble, and whatever else you got over there, they can close it today. Today, in 12 hours, you don't have access to anything. But they won't. They did it to Parler. It's an example. They remember what they did to COVID to us? Do you remember what they did? Some humans told other humans they can't go outside. But the Constitution is there, temporarily suspended. By whom? There were a lot of people who agreed with that. They should have stayed in the fucking basements over there and let me die on my own. Oh, no. Jesus Christ. It was horrible. Horrible. I got 304 Spartans. Used to get American Renaissance years ago. Yep. Well, go and see how it is. Rumble jumble. Okay. 5,000 years ago, the average age was 32. Yeah, 95 died violently. Correct. American Dream. Last Hope died in a limbo. Prove me wrong, baboons. Okay, Emil, they cannot put the genie back. We have LoRa, off-grid communication. Look it up. It's a device that uses data over short waves. I'm not familiar with it, I confess. But if there's waves and you have LoRa, do you think... I lived in Romania where Voce Americi, the Voice of America, and Europa Libera, the Free Europa radios were broadcasting from outside Romania, and you couldn't hear them. Why? They had enough installation to destroy your whatever short wave, long wave. Everything is possible if you communicate. I mean, the Germans had and not only, the Japanese had the coding, whatever they had in the Second World War. The Germans had the Enigma, which was this phrase broken by someone said by the Poles, but I heard it was got by the Poles, because it was hit in the air by the Poles, and then they picked it and gave it to their masters, the English again, and the English supposedly decoded it. One Pole, you know who you are, told me, no, it was the Poles, the geniuses who did it. I don't give a shit. My point is this: everything that was created could be decreated. Well, I'm going to look. I don't know anything about that, so I'm going to look. I shouldn't have said anything about it. Anyway, we are talking COVID 5 years ago. Did we learn the lesson? Okay, then we don't have to talk about it. The problem is, if you go outside and you talk the lesson, you still, after 5 years, going to be told that you are a anti-vaxxer, and you that was an example for you and everybody else to know who these guys really are. Clear example. But yeah, that's why we have to keep the flame going, like the Holocaust. It's been what? 80 years? It's like happened yesterday, the Second World War. Hollywood keeps it. That was a tragedy, which it was. All right. How long does Zelensky have left to live? Or do you think he will end up safe in Tel Aviv He's not going to go to Tel Aviv. Are you crazy? He's going to go to London. What do you mean to do in Tel Aviv over there? I was about to say with what? No, Zelensky, if he follows orders, the moment he's not following orders, he goes away. Now, I don't know if they will allow him to go with big bags of money. It depends if he follows orders. And he does, because I read an article that he agrees with minor details change. He's going to show up at Trump after he spoke with his Hersheisers, Rubinsteins, and all these guys. And they will talk to Trump, and Trump is going to be like he is. Why did I drop the freaking thing? You know how Trump stays with his hands like this? Yeah. He's going to stay like that, like a schoolboy. That's how he's going to do. And Zelensky's going to tell him how things are done. But doesn't need, because Trump already was told. That's how. So it depends how long these guys are using Zelensky, and Zelensky cooperates. If tomorrow these guys are telling Zelensky, you give half of Ukraine to Russia, and he says yes, the nationalists will kill him. So he has to be very bizarre. You know what I mean? So many things could happen. He is in great danger. Not that I'm decrying Zelensky, not at all. He was the one who said, I'll do it. When they said, this is what we're going to do. Are you going to do it? Are you going to do it? Are you gonna... He said, yes, I'll do it. And he did it. That's why we have what we have in Ukraine right now. Yes, but have to pull some serious FCC licensing to jam those franchises. Did you watch the video I posted? Probably not. An hour before I got here. The Americans designated a cartel in Venezuela as a terrorist organization. Just like that. Just like that. Therefore, they can strike that cartel wherever the cartel is. If tomorrow they say that Elon Musk or Lema is a terrorist organization, just like that, as they did with the other guys, what are you going to do? You're going to pick your bolt action? What are you going to do? Yeah. That's another thing I saw at AmRen. These guys were talking about the Republicans and the Democrats. There's no such a thing. It's the same thing. It's just a little flavor for the people to identify with. I'm with this guy, I'm with that guy. And we fight because there's a system. There's a system. They still believe in that. You believe in law? In precedents, laws can be changed. Consensus could be found. Fine. Remember with Epstein? An order was given. Epstein files will be released. Why? They're already redacted, hidden, burned, and stuck in someone's ass. That's why. What are you talking about, man? Look at COVID. You have a Bill of Rights. Okay, if I would have the Bill of Rights, I should buy a gun without telling anybody. Not even check who I am. No, I don't think that those guys over there meant it to be like this. I'm not saying some things, but free speech. You look how everything was infringed. They can do whatever they want. What are they going to do? Remember when they bombarded Yugoslavia? They said something, there's genocide over there, we're going to bomb them. Remember when they bombed Iraq? That guy has weapons of mass destruction. We know he doesn't. Doesn't matter. We do it. They do whatever they want. When you get this, when you understand this, then you understand that they can do. The fact that I, and I'm not the others, we're still allowed to talk is because we can't rock the boat. They know it. The moment we start rocking the boat, we get threats. And after we get the threats, then they do this and they do this, and then they go and they buy you. They buy me. And then I come here and doing what AmRen does to others. Probably. I don't know if that's true. Jesus Christ. That should be your by default attitude. Oh my God, man, this guy is crazy. You're going to find out. You're going to find out. No COVID shots for me. No COVID shots for me. I got COVID in 2022 in January. Yeah, it was 2 days. I was a little bit, and then I was okay. I knew I was okay. Give me liberty or give me death. That's how I felt. Give me the fucking COVID. Give me the COVID, man. If I die, I die. So what am I supposed to do? Cry and be like, I'm gonna survive. I want to live. I don't want to survive. That's why I want to leave, man. Anyway, I'm gonna poke my eyes with this. Why do you think Romania didn't do anything about Russian drones that enter in their airspace? Because the Americans told them not to. The Americans said, stay down. Do you think if the Romanians would have done that, I guarantee you the Americans would have smacked the Romanians and immediately apologized through black channels to the Russians. Don't mind that, it's okay, because the Russians said, who strikes ours, we're going to fuck you up. Even if it was on your country, we'll say, no, it was not on your airspace. You give us a reason to smack you. That's why the Romanians kept it down. And maybe they did the same thing as they did already for so many times before. The problem is the Ukrainians now want to create a situation in order for NATO to intervene because they're losing. Trump goes and speak with Putin. That's what they do. They want to create a problem. These guys are crazy. You don't think so? Anyway, what are your thoughts on the current president of Romania? Fucking Christ. Don't start me, man. I'm going to have a hard time here. No, that's a guy controlled by others. I think he doesn't know anything about anything related to politics. I think he's a weasel. I think he's not clinically there. Something is missing. My baboon observation. That's all. Jesus Christ, I'm probably going to go over here. Anyway, that's what I think about that guy. And I'm going to be straight, non-diplomatic, and let me tell you how I think. That's how I think. I have to look at him and see how he walks. The way he walks is not normal. That tells me something is not right there, man. The way he talks, the way he, my God, man, body language. Something is not right somewhere. Or a muppet. He is a muppet. You are being allowed to have access to X and YouTube because it's some value to them at the moment. Correct. That's true. I think so. I think that it is. What American do to anything about drones? I said in New Jersey Air Base, because I don't know exactly what was over there. I don't know what. I know Slugalu Ursula. Ursula is also said the slave of Ursula, or servant. Ursula is also a servant. She's not herself. She can come and go when they say so. Are you aware of terrain no virus theory? No, I'm not. I'm not aware of that. Nu ai de cu toți România. I'm not saying all the Romanians. I never say all. Because I don't want to say I never say. Sometimes I make mistakes, but let me clarify. I don't think all Romanians are. The problem is I think a lot of them are. Why? Because a lot of them are using this kind of arguments that I met and I watch TV. Some of them are smart. Some of them are good. Some of them are better than you and I, maybe. I know how you are, but I know they are. I like Călin Georgescu. He is not a Romanian the way he thinks. He goes a little bit to the whatever when he talks about God and all that, which I disagree for personal reasons. But that's okay. He's logical. He's smart. He's ballsy. He practiced judo. I mean, no, I agree. If I said all Romanians, but I don't think I said, if I said, that's my mistake. I don't mean all Romanians, no, because it's not the same with the Jews. Not all the meow, you know what I mean? No. All right. Dar poți să zici mai de cam 80%. Well, they are. All right. Oh boy, our country is a huge trouble. I mean, through a Genesis program. Thoughts on Genesis program? What do you mean? I'm aware, but I'm not sure we're talking about the same thing. So what do you think about African resources? They belong to someone else instead to the African people. That's it. Is it right? No. That's what Africa. But you're always going to find people who sell their families, their nations, their people, their tribes, however you want to call them, for having a little better life for themselves. Again, that's the way we are. And if you oppose them, you got Patrick Lumumba, for instance, boiled in acid by CIA together with the bad dudes. Remember that one? And I can go on, but otherwise you have Mobutu Sese Seko, fantastic Mobutu Sese Seko. And if you have Idi Amin or whatever it's called, again, you don't follow orders, they're going to get you. You follow orders, you're going to be in president, you're going to be like Pinochet forever. I know Pinochet is in South America, but hey, that's what it is. Empty skyscraper is sick. We built something to have. 6% of Romanians do not know the president's name. Sorry, as critic can be nasty. Shirley is sick. Okay, hello, man. What's your favorite Georgian wine? If you try them, I drank Georgian wine, but I don't have a name. I don't know. I drank. There was and still is around a store that had some Russians store. It was not Russians. I think they were something like Azerbaijani, something. I understand, from former Soviet Union, and they had this little store. They were selling products from Georgia wine. So I drank some wine over there. Very good, very good. They're famous Georgian wines. Yes, last time I drank it was my cousin's birthday in Toronto. I drank Georgian wine over there at his birthday. Yep, yep, zappa. Emil, what do you think about the current state of Chicago? Lost forever. Lost forever. I don't even know how to repair that thing. I don't even know how to repair it. It's taken over. It's bad. It's bad. That's my assessment. You can't. Too late. You know, it's a critical mass. When that's reached, you can't turn it back. If you jumped over a cliff, you can't climb back. You're on free fall. These guys are already in the air. You can't get them back. I don't know. Maybe I don't even want to say, but Chicago needs to be relocated if you want. Broken and relocated. Parts of it broken and relocated. Not in other cities to do what they do in Chicago. No, 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 no. We're gonna get them some programs of helping them and their families and their children with education and money and love and work programs and all that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Read one of my books. I explained about the happy camps over there. Not happy camps that they kill you. No, no, that's not what I mean, man. No, 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 no. Just to help people help themselves. Now, who decides that? Well, if you can't function in society on your own, then that means you have a problem. We will help you first. We, people like you and I. Otherwise, we're going to put you all together in one room and you fix things over there. You're not going to suck everybody else's resources. But anyway, Georgia and Crimean wines. Yeah, I had Crimean wines as well. What do you think of the Geneva summit? It is just a distraction from the real meeting. And no, I think it was. You have to have them on board at one point, at least for the appearances. To check mark for everybody else. So they spoke. They had this one, but nevertheless, I think it was necessary. Now, do I think it's for real? We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. And remember, the Russians did not agree yet to it. They are telling us about Ukraine disagreeing or the European Union disagreeing. But what about the Russians? I mean, this should be the easy way. America smack Europe and Ukraine. This will be the easy way, and then come to the Russians and say, here it is, man. And the Russians then will say, yay, nay, we're going to talk a lot, my friend, right here. So this is just the first step that I thought it's going to be the easiest. This is the easiest step. That's how I see it. The hard step is when they're going to meet the Russians, not the one over there. I want to say this is because before what's going on right now in Abu Dhabi, Trump will meet Zelensky on Thursday or something. That's when Zelensky is going to say shalom and zobogabagalaga. That's when they're going to go to tell the Russians for real what their demands are, their terms. That's how it's called, their terms. Trump gives the terms to the Russians. This is not his peace plan. This is his terms. And the Russians will say, okay, now add these 17 terms of ours over there. Put them over there. We're going to work with you. And then Trump is going to be like, blah, 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 blah. Exactly. All right. Whoo! My friends, what time is it? My God, I thought it was 6 o'clock. How did I get that one? What time is it? 4:30. My man, I couldn't fucking read it. I was like, it was 6 o'clock. Well, Emil, the long one is the minutes, and the small one is the hour. I thought it was 6 o'clock. Did you hear me say that? None of you said, loco. It's 4:30. All right, let's go. I went to a party, and some people drank some alcohol thinking that they really drink alcohol, but it was margarita with no alcohol, and they were acting all drunk. And then after they realized there was no alcohol, they said they sobered up. immediately. The same with me. I was feeling like, oh my God, it was 6 o'clock about an hour ago. Now it should be about 7. I have other things to accomplish, you know. But then right now, oh, it's only 4:30. Let's go, motherfucker. It's 2 hours. 2 hours. I didn't drink. I didn't eat anything today. Just coffee. That's what I did. But I'm gonna eat later, and I'm gonna a little bit. Okay, let's go for the 5-hour live stream. You wanna kill me? All right. Shit. Rolex reads 6 p.m. Well, my Breitling says 4:30. All right. Tell you this, I never liked Rolex. I could buy Rolex. I bought this one because I always wanted Breitling. Always wanted Breitling. For whatever reason, they looked different. I don't like Rolex. But hey, preferences, you know. All right. What else we have? 3 a.m. in India. Oh my God, you're still there. Crack open a beer. No, there's gonna be like probably a since I didn't drink, didn't I eat anything? Probably gonna get me long before as well. Have you ever been to the plains? Yes, Iowa. Is that what I'm talking about? Des Plaines, Iowa. I've been many times, and that was when I was driving a truck as a truck driver. Yes, I did that to make a living, and I make a lot of money. But I didn't say, well, I'm a college educated. I'm not going to touch that. It was one of the best times in my life. Why? I had so much opportunity to watch things and listen things to things while I was driving. Lucky you didn't meet me on the road with my feet on the dashboard, with my iPad on my back, and on cruise control at 2 a.m. And no socks too. I mean, no shoes too. So the police would have fucked me up real bad. All right, but hey, I got everything prepared. All right, what do we have here? In Orient, good watch brand. Okay, the planes. I've been there. Boom, boom, boom. This has to be the most democratic alt show I've ever been on. It's 11 p.m. in Romania. I'm in Australia. Oh, Emil, can you tell the time by looking at sun, moon, and stars? I can tell you the time, but I have to know the date. And I can tell you the date if you tell me the geographic position. I can't tell you by the stars. I can't tell you by the stars, but it depends. You have to tell me the location where I'm at. Because if you don't tell me, I really can't look at the stars. I look, okay, what's my calculation with what? With my, what is it? The angle, where is it? You know what I mean? But if you tell me the location, maybe if I figured out the, how do you call it, the season, yeah. I don't know if I can tell you at 3 o'clock a.m., but if you tell me the location about, no, where I am, up or down. All right. What do we have here? Zambia. Where's Zambia? Hello, my friends. Melbourne. Lovely time with you. I must drop. All right. In Berlin. 2034. You know what I want to go and see in Berlin? That parking lot. I've been in Berlin twice. Not twice, I'm sorry. Many times. Twice as a child when it was the Berlin Wall. My father, who took me there, and the family did not know about the parking lot. You know what the parking lot is? Anybody? The parking lot? The fuel bunker. All right. I can't think how many bands my Timex has used. All right. When the current president will end his term, do you have any favorite for the next election? No. No favorites for nothing, whomever they give us. And someone asked me at the beginning, what do I think? I don't think the person is still here. I'm sorry. I apologize. What do I think about Trump when he finishes his term? Well, if it's finished in the office, that's the first question. He might not finish in office because of natural causes. That means not doing what he's told to do. Do I imply anything? Very possible. Very possible. Now, he's not going to do anything to Israel. Israel will get how much land it wants. In Ukraine, might do something if he's allowed to, whatever the order is. I hope he stops the influx of illegal people trespassing on other people's properties, to put it mildly. I hope he gets back with the DEI, which he did in the, and I hope he helps the economy. Helps the economy, but I don't think so because he's part of these guys. Do you think he cares about? I don't know who you are, but I know who I am, so I don't think we're just collateral damage. We, if we get a perk from him, it's not because he thought of us. No, that's a trickling down for the something he did for big interest. That's how he figures out he's not one of us. He's never going to be one of us. If you make your money by being in charge of people like us, making us work and pay us the least you can for your profits all your life, don't you think that's a trend of a character, I don't know, trait? I think it is. I think it is. All right. Hitler's grave. No, not Hitler's grave, but you're close. You're close. All right. I'm interested in you ever heard of the population discrepancy in China, Emil? Is China actually at 1.4 billion or much less? Much less. I don't know how much less there is. 1 billion is a lot. 2 billion. Between 1 billion and 2 billion, I know it's a lot of people. But if you look at it, one nation, 1 billion or 2 billion is already too far. But hey, if they can keep all those guys, and yes, there's a lot of ethnicities, as far as I know, in China, a lot of them, different dialects, different languages, if I remember correctly, and they are united by a certain kind of culture, more or less, and an iron fist. Because if these guys are infiltrated and allowed to self-determine, then what are they going to do? From China, little Chinas, like 100 of them, they've been trying. Some people say China actual population is around 500 million. I don't know. Yeah, the bunker. Yes, that's what it is. Vandedavies. 39. Yeah, the bunker. Yes. Salute, Emil from Sibiu. Salute, Graphic Moto. Oligarchy. Yep, I think that's what it is. All right. Emil, the next president might be Jack Schlossberg. Might be Ben Shapiro. Who knows? One of these guys, Schlossberg. They're preparing him. I made a video on not only one because I know his number. I know, and these guys infiltrated all these families, all the dynasties, Kennedys, Trumps, baboons, Clintons, the ugly duckling Chelsea Clinton. They had a lot of shit, but they couldn't fix it. Okay. Anyway, so her boyfriend, I heard, is something with Soros related. He's Jewish. Is that coincidental, do you think? Remember, I will always use this. In certain trainings, you get this information. One woman planted in the right political position, like the wife of someone, like Patel, like Vance. I'm not saying there's not love there, but it's kind of, kind of strange, you know what I mean? It's more than 2 divisions, military divisions, and even more than that. One woman placed in the right place. All right, so that tells you a lot. All right, let's see what's here. Hello from Zimbabwe. All right, we know that's all there. Okay, India is the far most young population of this world. India has a lot of work to do, my friends. We are the value promoted by AmRen that attracted you to it. What values are they trying to uphold? They say they are white advocacy, fighting for the white people's interest as a group. That's fine. But I don't think what I found over there is it's a controlled kind of thing. It's not all it goes, man. We have to do it. Now I know that sometimes you have to be careful what you say and what you do. But I think Gerald Taylor, if he is for real, he already said enough for these guys who smacking around, and AmRen to be called a terrorist organization or something like that. As I said, they can designate you whatever they want to designate you as. That's not a big deal. The problem is they are not rocking the boat, and they give some people, as I said, the opium they need, and they keep them over there in the framework. I think it's a lot of things I don't know about it, but what I know, I tell you, or my interpretation of what I've seen. Maybe I'm an imbecile and I didn't figure it out, but I don't think so. I'm not 20. No offense to anybody, and I've been in certain. When am I allowed as a human being to say that's what it is? Oh, Emily, you didn't understand. When I'm 80 and then the next day I die or something? When? That's where I started this thing right here. I said, when am I allowed to say that guy is lying, that guy is lying? Where do I have the courage to believe in what I see and how I see things? When? I make mistakes. And then if I find out I made mistakes, I come and tell you, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. Thank you very much. But you have to speak out, man. You never know everything. You shouldn't talk right now. That's what happened in Romania in college when I went over there. Talking about Mihai Eminescu, the Romanian poet. And it was an analysis of his work and so on. And I started talking about Eminescu. We were analyzing a certain poem, and I put it together with others and so on. We're trying to make a synthesis of something, whatever. And they didn't like, the professor didn't like what I said. And he said, Kosman. I didn't say Emil or Mr. Kosman. Kosman, my last name. That's how they call it. Kosman, do you have a PhD? I said, I knew exactly where the fucker is going. I said, no. Well, when you're going to have a PhD, then you talk like that. Then you are allowed to analyze. Really? Like the PhDs are geniuses or something? Do you know how you get a PhD? 52 books, peer-reviewed, and 2 guys to guide you through it. That's all you need. 52 books. I read many more books than 52 on certain subjects. That means I have a PhD? No, because they were not peer-reviewed. You know what it is? You have to tell the story acceptable to these guys because that's scientific. Everything that's outside, it's controversial, and man, it's such a fucking farce. Do you think that the President Putin's time Russia will manage to defend the nearly 100 trillion resources, and how, in your view? So I made a video today about exactly that, and with military, and not only that, not allowing the NGOs to penetrate, and allow them. You allow, but figure out who's behind that, and do not poison the Russian mind. Now that means mind control. Maybe some of you read, again, horrible bosses here. A lot of you might have read this book. All right? Or maybe you didn't. The Republic. Now, remember this guy here, who's not God, but I think he was, what surprises me? And I tell you, in some of my, when do you know you're an imbecile? Or when you know how imbecile you are? When you think you're good, you read a lot, and then you read something and you're like, you don't understand. You say, how in the fuck this baboon, more than 2,400 years ago, more than 2,000, so those guys did not even know how to take a shit. He writes here in the form of, how do you call it? Not debate, conversation, whatever it's called. Okay, he talks like that, and I don't get it. I'm smart, and I realize how dumb I am. So how in the hell this guy talk like that, man? I wanted to read it. I needed some explanation of some verses, or not verses, dialogues. That's what they're called. Anyway, right? They call dialogues. So he said here that you can't allow, even if you have the philosopher king, the three strata, the philosopher king, you can't allow these guys to be taught everything. You have to protect. And he said, gives the example of the military class, the defenders, the protectors, the military class. You should not allow those guys from infancy, they're picked from the cast, to hear about scary stories, because you want them to be courageous, not afraid. It's dark. Remember the story with Toto? Yeah, Toto! That's why you don't teach them that. You don't want them to be, Toto. Remember when we heard that in kindergarten? God damn it. Yeah, yes. Maybe Toto is over there with 5 heads and 5 balls. You don't teach them that. You want them to not even know about that. So the same. As long as Putin, you have to control. That's what I'm saying to a certain extent. You have to. I'm not for censorship, but you can't allow the other side who wants to destroy you win it. Now, you can say, well, who dictates that? Well, You want your resources to be the Russian people's resources, or you want the Russian resources to be the American resources? And there you have subjectivity. Once you're subjective, then you're going to ban certain things. I'm not promoting, but that's the reality. We talk in abstract, but we talk also in hey, are we going to defend ourselves against whom? We are a tribe. We are a family. My family. I love my family and I love your family. And you love your family more than mine. That's for sure. So if you beat my child because my child did something, I'm going to fuck you up. And I'm going to my child as well. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to allow you to beat my child. Was wrong, was wrong. I punish my child, not you. Anyway, where are we? Whew. Have you read Chestiunea Evreiască a lui Eminescu? I have it there. Wait a second. Where are you, baby doll? Hello. Chestiunea Evreiască. That's the Jewish question by Mihai Eminescu. I have it somewhere here. Where are you, baby doll? I know you're here. Oh, Zapacapa. So someone asked me here if I read this book. I own it. All right. When did I buy it? In Romania, when I was, obviously. Sibiu 2012. There you go. Do you love me more now? Or do you love me now? Yes, I read it, my friends. I read it. Yes. And it's next to Koch's book and his poems. Eminescu was assassinated. Eminescu did not die of syphilis, just so you know. Waste of time. Okay. Ha ha ha. Okay. Next one. Plato's philosophy, very powerful. Yes, it is, but I thought that I could smack Plato. After all, he was 2,400 years ago. How do you think he took a shit? Do you think he wiped his ass? I'm talking about how these guys were capable of thinking so deeply. How many books do you think Plato, tablets, whatever he wrote, he read? They were talking to one another and then debate. How do you think these guys got to this kind of knowledge? This is unbelievable. Some people say, no, man, these people are aliens. There are reminiscences of some aliens remaining and help us, blah, blah, like Leonardo da Vinci and others. Maybe. And my point is, I was a baboon and I thought he was a primitive guy. I liked him. Don't get me wrong, but I thought I'm going to read it. I can pull him like Juku Juku, the story. Cat is here. Where's the cat? He must come. Is he sleeping? Sometimes. Yeah, he's right. He's right there. He might be coming. Emil, your thoughts on Kanye West apology? Which one? Because I heard more. The point is this: did Kanye West? Yeah. Did he lie? Was what he said wrong? Was entirely wrong? How much was right? How much was wrong? And if that's his opinion, should we half his 2 billions into about 900 million? Because the diaspora, this was the thing. Kanye West said this group has power and it's a minority. And these guys proved exactly that. Through their little power that they have, this guy was worth more than 2 billion at one point. And now he's worth like 900 million. Can you imagine that? But that group has no power. His apology, I don't know, the one that his song or something. I watch his song, whatever his song is. I listen to it, yeah. I don't think it's very sophisticated, but what he says, some things are right, some things are all right, suppressed. Was a great literary on pop. Thank you. Where's the beautiful black cat? It's not meow meow. Come over here. Meow meow. Meow meow. But if he comes here, he's gonna meow meow. Meow meow. Hi Ishma. Hi Ishma, meow meow. Black cat is bad luck in Romania. Is. All right. Anyway, I got stuck with meow meow. Now the video when he apologized, I don't know. I don't know when was that. The mummified, yeah. But thanks for your response, my friend. Well, I'm meow meow. He's there in his little thing, sleeping, guarding me so nobody can attack me. So CIA, be careful. All right, my friends. I think I'm getting very tired. Remember, here is 5 o'clock p.m. I didn't eat anything. I drank 2 strong coffees. I still have a little bit here, and I gotta go really because I'm really gonna lose steam, and 2 hours and a half I think is good enough. I spoke like a freaking broken record. Meow meow, meow meow. He's like, what? You got food? No, fuck off. All right, let me see. I'm gonna look at one more here. Very good chat, and yeah, thank you very much. Read Bhagavad Gita. I have it here, man. I have it Bhagavad Gita here, man. Where are you? Where is it? I think the religious books. I have Bhagavad Gita. What I don't what I read it. I read Rabindranath Tagore. I read the Vedas. What do you think? Yes, I read the Bhagavad Gita. Yeah, thank you very much for that suggestion. All right, my friends, Zion. All right, the Indian Vedas. They are 15,000 years old. Yeah, but you know who wrote them? We can say it. Some say it was the Aryans. No, okay, my bad. Not the Aryans, the said, because these guys are just. Yeah, I'm wiping this on my cock. I don't have it. I don't know where the thing is. I have a black shit here. All right, here's. There you go. Now they equate the blue eyes, blonde things with this and that, so they can make it. You see, he was a hypocrite. Not only the most evil guy because he was a brunette with blue eyes, and see, he was Jewish and blah blah blah. Now they came with he's got what his genes might suggest that he got a small dick. He is not known for fucking, my friends, but his inferiority complex can come from that. Then let's take about the guy with the polio. Should we take that guy? The darling of these guys, Darling Franklin Delano Roosevelt, right? He was a polio guy. Now tell me about that one. We're gonna go to Stalin. Oh God, his arm like this. I mean, if you go like this, I don't. You got what's his name? The PhD, Goebbels. Goebbels had a fucked up leg, and he was a PhD. So I mean, again, you want with JFK, JFK. Yeah, the guy who was bum 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 by the. I was about to. Yeah, you know JFK. All right. He was a very sick person. So inferiority complex. You see, if we are about to talk about these things, and regard, you want the other guys with trauma, go to what's his name? Abraham. Abraham, go to Abraham. What did he do to his child? I mean, please. All right. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong. Stay smart. Look for the truth and be just. My friends, thank you very much for all this time and being with me. See you next time. See ya. Ciao. Let's see if I push the right button and I don't call Putin by mistake. All right. This is the one. End stream. See ya.